I can see, yeah, I can see that your mic is on, but it's not. Hold on. What is going on? Hold on. Hello? I don't know why this is not working and it's upsetting me. So weird. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Robin. We're trying to figure out why the other players can't hear me at all. It's acting quirky. Here, let me shut this down and restart it.
Oh, Father, tell me, do we get what we deserve? Oh, we get what we deserve. And where
Hello?
down
Hello?
we go, where down we
Tommy, can you hear me?
so where down we
That's crazy. You guys can hear me, but you can't talk to me. Is it?
way down.
Hey, Ray. So I just was messing with my voice channel or my voice settings and whatnot. So I went to go to the voice overlay where it's either push to talk or just voice activity. And the channel is actually set to push to talk. It'd be under your settings, I guess. Let me mess with one of my channels on another one. Yes. I don't know. Give me a moment. Hey, I can hear you now. Actually, the use voice setting, the push to talk's actually default. They just probably actually just with the update changed it. At 2, yeah. No, get this. So yesterday my birthday. Yay, happy birthday to me. Anyway, 28. Yeah. I'm usually off on Fridays and my manager scheduled me. And he was going to schedule me 10 to 7 and I'm like there's no way I'm working both lunch and fucking dinner. So he changed my hours so I worked until 5. So I went home and made dinner for whoever how many's going to show up and nobody showed up until like 9:30. So then a manager calls me at 11 o'clock at night saying, "Hey Robin, um, we have important people coming over that actually never showed. Is there any way you can come in earlier?" I go, "Sure, why not?" So they scheduled me instead of 10 to 7 to 5 to 2. I'm actually Walmart deli. Hey, is there any way we can change the day? Because it looks like my next couple weeks of schedules are actually Saturdays are all 10 to 7s. Yeah. Well, the problem with me is Sundays I work 5 a.m. to 2, where Saturdays I work 10 a.m. to 7 now. No. I wasn't saying Sundays. I was saying I have a problem doing Saturday night because I get up early. But my other game just I have a Thursday game that actually switched to Mondays. So I'm open Thursdays. Okay. Yeah. Okay, because I can make the 8 o'clock work. It's just I'd have to get some more sleep earlier. Yeah, I just thought I'd bring it to your attention at least. He's on. You could actually probably just copy it from my sheet, Ray. My life has been basically these past 2 weeks exactly what I said earlier. Where is it? Oh yeah, understandable. But she would probably actually know him more to his medical because he's a paramedic. I forget how much I usually, because it was a give and take thing, where every start the new session, we get the old ones back and then donate the same amount. It'd just be 40 again then. No? What's Dark M's a bonus for us? Yes? Give him a moment. He has to go through my Twitch because he can't connect to Discord. So give him a couple minutes to listen. It's Twitch. It's like it's about, yeah. It's a little bit behind because it has to go from my computer to their server to his computer. He's typing right now, so. Really? Let me look at that. Will somebody else try speaking so I can see what this is? Well, give me a moment. It's gotta catch up. Yeah, it's not capturing voices. No, he just needs to receive from others. Uh, I don't know why my capture isn't.
Hello, can you hear me now, Death Wish?
Oh, he should not be able to hear you. I don't see your thing specking.
So wait, you're not okay. What is going on? Hold on.
Okay, well I can capture sound again.
Master volume.
So
Yeah,
if he's
I got it on voice only. Want to receive and broadcast from others. I hit the reconnect. Hold on, let me refresh again.
Shift, can you hear Ray through roll 20?
No.
Because it might be your actual audio settings on your computer. If you don't have them in the right ones, it's not going to go
Yeah,
through.
meaning I have to tell Chrome to use my settings, right? Okay, hold on. Let me try.
Recomended
Let me try that real quick. Hold on. Settings. Okay.
with roll 20. It doesn't have its own separate settings.
okay, well my Twitch should now be capturing your voices too.
Yeah, that's everything I got. It should be working from what I'm seeing here. Hello? Death Wish, can you hear me?
Your thing's not spiking or showing.
That's so weird. I don't.
We have to reset. If you're trying to listen to him, you also have to reset.
I did. I did like
Not
log out
you.
completely.
Yeah, no, hold on. Hold on.
Hold on. Let
Yes,
me
you have to
try.
log. No, you have to actually to close roll 20 and open it up again.
Okay.
Let's just close your whole browser.
That's what I did. I just closed the whole browser.
Oh, Deathwish is on the phone at the moment.
Hold on. Let's try. Join game. Is it possible because I have Discord and I'm trying to use two different things to talk into?
No,
I'm using both right now.
no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't fit.
It
Talk
would
now,
be a
Ray.
mess if everybody could hear each other, but
Yeah. Death Wish, can you hear me now?
You're not procking, at least not
I
for
don't.
me. I'm gonna reload.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Like I said, it doesn't. Master volume is up. Okay. Advanced. Enable 3D dice automatically. Clear. Voice only. Broadcast to others. Voice only. Want to receive from others. Now I know I had to do something before, like through my Google Chrome settings, I think.
Yeah, like I said, you got to make sure that you're using your. I guess it must be the default. Whatever
in
your
Google Chrome, when you look at the browser where you can type in your shit, you see like the star for favorites and
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I see
zoom.
that.
Is there like a little camera beside that?
Let's see.
Oh yeah, it's off. Oh, okay, it's blocking it. Here it is. Allow to use your microphone. That's what it is. Awesome. Okay, now can you hear me?
You got to reload again, dude.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's what it is for sure. Okay, hold on. Yep, there it goes. It's gone. There we go.
Can you guys hear each other?
Alex, can you hear me now?
I don't see a spike from you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see
me
spike.
neither.
Yeah, I see spike from you shift as well.
I mean, I don't see one from you, but I
Yeah.
see my own. I
I'm
don't see
gonna
yours.
turn on. I'm gonna turn voice on only and reload and see what happens.
Okay. Deathwish, can you hear us?
I think he's on the phone.
Ray, say something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah,
7,
I can
8,
hear
9.
you. I can
Yeah,
hear you.
I
yeah.
don't hear him. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
I turned it on so I can receive voice and I can see him. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Turns off.
there you go. I hear you, Alex. Awesome. Okay, so we made it work. Look at that.
that's odd. I don't hear. Oh, right. I know why I can't hear.
Well, he's in the library, so check to see if he actually wants to speak to us or not.
Okay. Yeah, shift.
I know why I can't hear.
Just get out of shift, get out of the roll 20 because you're like double echoing and you're on Discord anyway. So let me just keep Deathwish on there and now me and Deathwish will be on this. Okay, awesome.
I was doing that so Deathwish could hear all of our voices. I thought we were doing that because Deathwish could hear all of our voices.
Um
That's why I have it where I'm sending it
Send
voice,
it
but I can't
broadcast.
receive anything.
So let's do that. Everyone just go to roll 20 and I'm going to disconnect from Discord.
Well, no, okay. If you want to do that, I was just
Oh,
having it where I wasn't receiving anything from roll 20. I was only sending.
yeah.
So I don't know if
We're
he
just
wants to
gonna
talk back
broadcast.
because he's in the library. So I don't know if he wants to talk back or not.
Oh, he's in a library. Okay, so he just needs to be able to hear me. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, that's what I will do. Send, hold on. Got it.
Oh, let's
No, that's
see.
fine, dude. I'm okay with that. Hold on, we'll make this work, man. So let me. I want to receive from others, so I'm gonna get rid of the. So I want to only.
I'm
I
going
only
for it.
want. I don't want to receive. I just want to broadcast.
Yeah,
Okay.
broadcast only.
Oddly enough, I don't see anybody but me procking. I don't see
Did you
Shift
turn the
or
receive off?
Ray.
If you don't
Yes,
see
I did.
it off, you
Yeah.
won't see anybody procking because you're not receiving anything.
Oh, of course. Right. Dumb.
There we go. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Now there's no more double echo or anything.
Okay,
Awesome.
can you hear
Okay.
us
You see
now?
yourself proc.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So Death Wish, if you can hear me, just type in 10.
Yay!
Rock
You
and roll.
download two
I'm good.
texts.
Nice.
Okay. Sorry about that, but we'll make it work. I'm all for it. I know it delayed the game a little, destroyed the mojo, but we're good. Okay, so
So 9.
you rolled a 94. So let me just make sure that I understand this. You want to shoot a concussive blast, which is like an area attack in the middle of the swarm. Is that what you want to do? It would damage everyone in the thing, uh, and would damage the swarm, and you including, unless you get out of the square.
Well, you said it like how our defensive action was going to be working. It sounded like he could hit them before they got to us.
Well, he can. And that's what I'm saying. But he would be caught in the blast. The blast is actually in the area that he's in, because they're attacking in the same area. It's an area attack. So is that still what you want to do? Okay. All right. Okay. So here's what happens, folks. So the swarm basically comes charging in, and you see Death Wish is like he's getting surrounded by the swarm, and he shoots a concussive blast right in the center. The force field that USB has on. What's the damage of your attack? I believe it's 30 or 40. 40. So yeah, so USB completely absorbs the attack. Shift. Um, you unfortunately take 40 physical damage. Subtract whatever you have from the 40. Death Wish, you take 40 damage. This is physical. So if you have any body armor, anything that lowers physical attack, subtract that from the number. And the swarm takes the entire 40 damage because it's an area attack. So, but they do have resistance, but it's only 10, so they take 30. You guys can see. Okay, got it. Okay, and then hold on. So you see that this explosion, he shoots a grenade, basically a concussive grenade into the ground, and it causes all the nanobites to spread. Then he shoots another one, and it kind of kills off the majority of them, and then they all kind of collapse to the ground, and they're just kind of laying in the ground, twitching. Because they're two separate attacks in the same turn, it actually collapses USB's force field. Here goes his feet to stay conscious. Um, so he's stunned for one turn. And took no damage because he's got an external force field. So it just collapsed, knocking him out for one turn. Okay, Shift, you take an additional 40 damage. Minus its physical, minus whatever resistance you might have. But he basically destroys the swarm. You're like, this crazy dude. Okay. Nanoswarm 1 kind of like start surrounding Helix, and it's just like biting into him, into his clay figure, and just taking bites of his flesh out with him as he's like trying to swing, like he's making hammers and things like that, trying to take out as many of the swarm as he can get his hands on. Okay. Mr. Sinister, who's way down at the far edge over there, you see him like screaming, uh, and you just see him. He's like, "Fools, fools! What are you doing?" He goes, "You must stop him at all cost. You will destroy perfection at its very essence. Do not fail me." And then he kind of like he looks at Shift, right? And your character's first name was, what was it again?
James.
James. And he looks upon you and he's like, "Ah, James, you must defend me at all costs, James. Do not let them hurt me. I am your creator." And he's kind of like, talking to you in that manner. And you're like, what the fuck? But that's all he does for his turn as he's trying to diffuse whatever's happening. Miria, your turn.
Miria wants to go help Seismic, but she has no clue how to get past the sphere surrounding him.
Okay.
She's not sure what she wants to do. She's not going to take a pot shot at Helix because she might hurt the swarm since it's annoying him. I think she's actually just going to set up to evade if necessary.
Okay.
And that'll be, she'll stay put.
Okay. All right. So you're basically holding your action to see if anything happens. Okay. All right. Next his turn. Okay. Death Wish. What do you want to do? Move. Now you can still move. You cannot take an action because the defensive action you took was kind of like your whole turn. So, but you can still move if you want to. Just move your token if that's what you want to do.
Is he still here? He said he was going to have to leave the library in a few.
Oh, did he? Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. Push him up a little bit here. Okay. All right. Shift. What are you going to do?
Teleport but failed. So
Oh, that's right.
I failed
So
teleport, so I couldn't move there. It's up to you where I went, basically. If I went anywhere.
Okay. Here, I'll use the old D&D system. Hold on. D6, and we'll use the same thing for indirect missiles from Dungeons and Dragons. That would be. Go ahead, put yourself anywhere you want in that square. I don't care where. Remember to hold the Alt.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Hyperburn. Your turn.
Okay, just a little question. The force field that's holding seismic, is it look like it's being fed by emitters, or what's the source of the force field holding him?
It's obviously technological.
Yeah.
Probably coming from the device that he's attached to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I remember that. Let me see. Okay, and and Mr. Sinister is sort of feverishly working on that computer console.
That's what it looks like.
All right, looks like he's up to no good. So I'm going to utilizing my lightning speed.
Okay.
And according to since I have an amazing, I think I can move 8 squares if I want to, right?
That's correct. Yes.
So now forgive me my ignorance of the rules in this. So if I wish to use the power feat that I have, am I affected the movement, or I can use the maximum movement I can and still use the power feat?
The movement is total where you can move, and then your attack stops your movement. So unless it's a charging attack, that's the only
Right.
time you can continue to move.
Okay, understood. Okay, so Hyperburn's going to sort of run down this causeway,
Yep.
shoot
Gotcha.
down here, something, and then using his power feat of a sonic punch, he's sort of going to like sort of take out the like hit the console
Oh,
itself.
okay. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, to place the unit anywhere you want, because I have the grid square set up, is alternate. So just move your token, hit the
Okay.
alt button, and then place them anywhere you want.
I'm sorry. Say again.
Hold the alt button, and you
Uh-huh.
can place them anywhere you want
Oh, okay.
when you drop them.
So right about there.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and make a fighting roll. It's a green feat. All you need to do is hit your fighting.
Okay. So I'm sorry. So I do it from the character sheet.
Yeah, just click on your token. When you click on your token, you'll see action and initiative on the upper left,
Mm-hmm.
and just hit action.
Mhm.
And when you hit action, it's going to say reason. Just
Yep.
you can type anything you want in there,
Okay.
like punching council, or if you want to put a cool description, you can do that, and then that's it.
Okay.
And I have the chart here. Most of the players have put like a little made a macro where they put their own numbers, but don't worry about that. I'll keep track of you. Okay, so what's your fighting at? Your fighting is what, amazing, I think it is. Or am I correct?
It's a I'm sorry. It's a 30. Remarkable.
Okay. Okay, so here's what happens. So you lightning move up there, and you basically you punch the console system, and you use your sonic punch as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you sonic punch the crap out of this console, and you realize that the console is not just a standard computer system. It's basically a titanium alloyed encased computer system, probably because of its properties to absorb heat in the Marvel universe. And you realize that when you hit it, you just kind of like hurt your hand, because that's how it's incredible material. So when you hit it, you're like on your hand, just kind of like, you don't break your hand or anything because you succeeded in your feet, but you don't do any damage to the console unit at all.
Okay.
As you see, Mr. Sinister like sees the little blur of flame as he sees you moving, because you're moving like a Tron red motorcycle, you know. And there's like a little trail of fire behind you, and he kind of sees you, and he's shocked, but he can't do anything until his turn. Okay, so now it goes to turn 2. Morpheus, what are you doing? So you see this guy that nobody recognizes except for Neria, and she's like, oh man, this is not good. So it's up to Neria using a free action, because you guys are all mind linked, if she wants to say something or not.
It's what is he doing here? He's supposed to be in Genosha, or not again. He destroyed the last base too, and she has like so many of these types of thoughts going through her head, and she's not realizing that she's broadcasting them.
Yeah,
Friend or foe? All I need to know is friend or
Friend,
foe. Okay,
friend
fine.
mostly.
Well, tell
mostly.
your friend to stop trying to defeat the guy who, at the moment, we don't want to defeat.
Well, then link him in.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, only if I could do two actions this round.
It's a free action to link him in. You can do that for free.
All of a sudden,
If he allows if he allows himself to accept the link.
Hyperion.
Hyperburn, do you want to allow yourself to be mind linked?
There's
Yes or no?
there's a knock at your psyche.
What?
Going.
So I guess I'll let it in just to see what
Yeah.
it is.
Well, you link up. Okay, so now here's what I have to describe this. So you see there's like a voice in your head, and it says allow me to enter your psyche, a knock, so to speak, and you allow it, and then you realize that that in that mind link you're sharing thoughts with a very famous individual, and this individual is Shift and USB. Shift in your timeline is a mutant hero who tried to defend Professor Xavier and was killed in the defense of Professor Xavier, and he kind of went down as a legend, as a martyr for the mutant cause. That this is what it takes to survive. The fact that you're seeing him here is a big deal. He's kind of like, he would be kind of like a superhero who died, who now you're seeing him, and there's comic books about him. He's an actual X-Men.
Right.
He took over the X-Men when the X-Men were kind of like destroyed during the mutant fall of the 1980s.
Okay.
And so Same thing with USB. USB is not as popular as him, but nonetheless an original founding member of the very first generation of or second generation of X-Men.
Okay, so I sort of, sh- with utter shock, look to the group across the way and say, "What are you doing here?
And that's like Neri's like, well, what are you doing here?
what What do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to stop this guy."
He's helping destroy the Mudman.
What?
Now, both of you know who Helix is. He is the despicable person. He should be hated as much as a Nazi scientist during the World War experimenting on the Jewish community. That's how horrible of a reputation Helix has in to Genosha. He's like a boogeyman.
Well,
I
obviously,
don't know.
Hyperburn's got to adjust his plan of attack.
Okay.
I don't know who you are, but trust me, we're gonna kick Sinister's ass. But right now, we need to work with him to get Seismic free and keep this place from exploding.
Awesome.
If
Okay.
you stand in our way, then I'll have to come after you too.
Oh, okay, so Morpheus, it's your turn. So you mind link for your swift action, for your free action. You could still move and take a standard action. What are you going to do?
Okay. The do I see what machine might be producing that force field?
Okay, I need you to make a reason roll.
You got it.
For the level of
Ooh,
technology,
you.
what's your reason at?
Oh, excuse me. Remarkable.
Okay, so you need a red feat to identify that
Is
technology.
that right? Yeah.
So you need a red feat
Okay.
under the
I'm
remarkable
going
skill.
to. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to karma this.
Okay, go ahead.
So you're saying uh
Yeah, you have 220 karma, so you definitely have enough. Jesus. 220 minus, you didn't subtract your amount from there though, did you? That you turned into the
I'll
pool,
have to.
which was, what was it? It was, how much did you throw in there? You threw in 40, so let's subtract 40 from your karma.
Come on. Okay, I rolled 54. I need 95. So 41. Is that right?
Yep. So you missed it because the most you can spend is 40.
Kidding
So
me.
let me subtract 40 of your karma.
By one?
So you're down to 140 karma. Yep, by one. So okay, so you're like looking around and you're realizing that the technology here not only is 30 years in advancement from what you're used to seeing, but
You looking at my character on the what you call it?
what's that? What's that?
On Yeah, you're looking at the you're looking at my numbers on the thing, right?
Yeah, on the character sheet. Yeah, that's right.
Didn't you say it was 3 times?
Yeah. What's your what? Wait, what am I? Did I look at the wrong one? Hold
Three
on.
times would be 360, not
Oh,
220.
I'm sorry. Well, you had 220 on there. I didn't. Okay, hold on. Let me change that for you.
Yeah, no, I haven't touched. Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah,
Okay, so
I didn't touch
360.
it.
So you were at 360 and you lost. Okay, hold on. So 80. Too easy. Hold on.
80, 80.
There we go. And minus 80. Okay, so yes, so you yeah, and you realize that not only is this technology from 2017 and you're from 1980s technology, but it's even advanced technology for 2017, and you just can't figure it out. You came close. So you do realize that these tubes and things around here, like these, is what's powering the force field,
Yeah.
but you're not sure how it's doing that. You just know that that has to be the connection to it because you did make a yellow feet. Okay, so that
Okay,
was
so
you still got to move action.
I see. There are multiple crap.
Yes,
There are multiple conduits into the machine
yes.
itself.
Unfortunately, you don't understand the technology to know what it could do to him if you suddenly disconnected him or not. And USB's
Okay.
and USB's currently stunned on the ground on his knees because of the explosions that took place in his area.
Ah, can action
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
to use my telepathy, my mental ability to revive him,
Oh, he's only stunned for a
Joe?
turn. He's not unconscious.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, okay, yeah, yeah, I can see. I don't think, yeah. Crap.
What are you gonna do? Come on, let's go.
You laughing? What is it? Hello?
Yeah. Oh, that's a maintenance hatch.
To a bird
To who knows?
and fly down in there.
Okay.
See if there's maybe something I can do inside this machine.
Okay. So you turn into a small bird, and that's where you're at. You're not inside the machine yet because that's your three areas. So you basically turn into a bird and you fly right by the hatch.
Isn't it
Uh,
a large bird still? Because she can't change her
yes,
size?
she can only to 50% of her
Well,
mass.
one side smaller.
So it's 50% of her mass. So she probably weighs about 110. So she's about a 50-pound bird. She's a pretty big bird. All right. The nanoswarm. The nanoswarm continues to feed on Helix, and you see Helix is actually like shrinking as he's attacking. You see that he's not being able to control his form because it's feeding off of his power, and you see that these nanobites are spreading and becoming larger as they feed off of him. And you just see him kind of like buckling to his knees as the whole swarm is just concentrating on him. It's too big, actually. It should be right there. Okay. So, Mr. Sinister. Oh,
Anubis, wake up. You're really the only one who could do anything right now.
okay. So, Mr. Sinister sees Hyperburn punching this console system, and he looks at you in utter shock. He's like, "You." He says, "You fool! You don't understand the situation. As usual, you are acting without consideration and thoughts. How dare you insult me and my sheer will to do what is right? You've never understood what I'm capable of, and you shall burn. You shall burn." And then you see he kind of like grabs his palm and he makes a fist, like a crushing motion with his left fist, Hyperburn, and basically shoves you uh, forward into the wall, or he's going to try to. So he's doing a telekinetic attack on you. Here goes his ability to do that. Okay. What is your okay, hold on. Mm, 78 to yellow fleet, which is okay, a partial. So here's what he does. So he basically you feel like a fist surround your whole body. Imagine an energy like telekinetic hand, just kind of like the size of your body,
Hmm.
kind of gets you, and it's only a partial grab, so he doesn't do any damage. But now you can resist your strength versus his telekinetic. So go ahead and roll your strength.
Okay.
If you want to spend karma, you can choose to do that if you want.
Um,
What's your strength? It's
sorry.
it's remarkable, right?
It's
Or
yeah, it's remarkable. Yeah. I mean, no, no,
okay,
no, no. My strength, no, no. Pardon me. My strength is only good.
okay, so one, two. So you need a red feat to even resist that. So you need a 98.
All right. Hold on. Nope.
Okay. Hey, what's your health? So I could put it on your token.
Oh, okay. It's
110, I think, or 120.
yeah. It's It's 120.
Okay, and what's your karma?
Oh, 110, pardon me. And
Okay.
presently my karma is 15 now because I contributed to the pool.
Okay, it's three times your karma. So
Oh,
whatever.
okay. So it's
So
45.
okay, so 45. Well, your karma's higher than that. Way higher than that. It's your reason, intuition, and psyche added together.
Oh, no, I was counting. I mean, I mentioned before that because I contributed to the pool, doesn't that reduce it? Didn't you say
Yes. Yeah. So what's your total from that number? What
that?
would be your total? What's three times your karma? It's just so I can put it on here.
Okay, so karma's normally 40, so it would be
So 120. 120. And then how much did you donate to the karma pool?
25.
Okay. So minus 25. All right, there you go. So you have 95 karma left. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you failed. So basically, you're like, whoa, and you've never seen him this upset. I mean, you've heard stories, but you've never dealt with him firsthand, other than when he conducted a few experiments on you.
Mhm.
Doesn't even really know who you are, and he pushes you 1, 2, 3, and smashes you and pins you up against the wall as the wall actually cracks, and he attempts to hold you in place, but you're able to resist without him causing any injury to you because he didn't roll high enough. But he's got you in the grasp, and you're like, you're off the ground, so you're about 10 feet off the ground,
Okay.
and your back kind of cracks the whole back as he smashes you. Okay,
Ouch.
Neria, your turn.
Okay, so nothing happened. So she's actually going to probably she's gonna hide behind Death Wish.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself up there.
I say over the link, I'm going down into the tunnels. See if maybe I can figure something out. Somebody wake up USB.
And I think, oops, I just passed him.
Hold on.
So actually, then she'd wake him up and then go hide behind Death Wish.
Okay, so I'll put him at behind area. Hold on. So I'll make his initiative an 8. Okay. Boom.
Say, don't worry, I got him. I'm taking him to the computer anyway.
Okay. USB. So USB gathers his thoughts with Neria's help. Kind of like Neria's like, wake up. Kind of like shouting into his head. He kind of gets his thoughts together. He stands up and he's looking, and he kind of like tries to assess all the technology that's here to help with what's going on for his turn.
He's saying, Shift will be saying, get ready for transport. I'll take you over to the computer. You're the best at that.
Okay. And he says, ready. And actually, the way he would talk is more like Roger Wilco. And here goes his roll. Reason. Of course. So he looks at it and he says that this is advanced technology. He says that the security system and the turrets are currently offline, but it's an external source. The virus that he saw being downloaded and into the system is far beyond the technology that is currently here. It's an external source causing that, meaning that that Helix is incapable of creating or having the computer expertise to generate or create the virus that was downloaded into this, or not downloaded, uploaded into the system.
Oh, right.
Right.
Helix is nothing but a puppet. Big surprise there.
And then he just kind of like gets a little closer to and he moves up, since he said that you were going to teleport him. He just kind of comes to you since he just figures it's easier. Okay, Helix, you see him kind of like turn into a column of sludge, like an ooze monster, and he tries to tidal wave as many of the nanoswarm as he can before he loses his shape changing ability. And he succeeds in hurting the swarm, but not quite destroying it. Shift, your turn.
So am I still missing like a rank and all my powers?
No, you would not, because whatchamacallit went on the same turn as you did. So as they were about to bite you, he sets off this explosion, killing all the nanobites in the area. So you're
Okay.
good.
and Shift will teleport to USB in him near Mr. Sinister
Okay.
with the, and that's a pass.
Yep. Now USB, you've carried him enough times where he doesn't even have to roll anymore, right?
Yeah, he's like getting close to that. Like he should be like over 10 by now.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Go ahead,
sorry,
go ahead and
alt.
place yourself. Yep. Okay. Or do you want him here? Is that where you want him?
Yeah, basically you want him to get in position to start working on the computer.
Okay.
This is Mr. Sinister, and to make sure that Mr. Sinister is not doing some fucking shady shit at the same time. And he just looks at Sinister.
Yeah, trust but verify.
I filled the kid in. Let him go.
Okay.
Over my voice. I'm not trying to sound deep voice like I'm Batman or some shit.
And then at that point, you see Mr. Sinister for his free action says, James, you don't give the orders around here. I do that. I am the master of all creations. Have you not learned that?
Whatever. How do we stop this thing and keep this place from blowing up?
and then that's like he's kind of like distracted because he's got like this whole grasp on, and he's putting forth a lot of effort to hold.
I see him doing
hold
that.
in
He's like,
place.
that's why I told you let him go, you dumbass.
And then he kind of like frowns at the situation, and he says, Mr. Sinister needs no help in accomplishing tasks that he sets his mind to. You are just an annoyance. Leave now. I can take care of things. This is mine to control and to rule forever. And he
No,
kind of like,
just
I
take a look
so
at that.
love megalomaniacal
and it's kind of what happens. Okay,
individuals.
that's Wish. I don't know if you're back, but if you can hear me, just type in 1.
Doesn't sound like it.
It's not like it either. Hold on.
Not in the game.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think
he's
he's
not
in.
he's
No.
not in here.
He said he was going to go home from the library, so maybe.
He's
Okay,
not
so
in roll 20 yet.
I'll control his guy then. Okay, so Death Wish sees Neria there, and he kind of like smiles at Neria, like how she's always kind of like in the rear, kind of like on a defensive position, and he's kind of done with it, and he realizes that he's gonna um, do something about this, and he sees Mr. Sinister, and he focuses his power stunt to give him the +1 column, and he takes a good aim with his stunning attack. Right there. And you just see him kind of like raise up the gun, and he's kind of like, you can see he's completely focused as he's using his mutant power that deactivates his regeneration to increase his agility, and fires a shot. He's going to go for a bullseye shot at Mr. Sinister. Okay, so you see, he kind of shoots, and when he shoots, the shot goes and still hits Mr. Sinister, but it misses him where he wanted to hit him, which was the head, and it kind of hits the computer system. And when he hits the computer system, unfortunately, it's a stunning attack, which can affect the electrical material. It is going to be a power feed of that. So stand by. Electrical shortage. Okay, so he hits it, and when just as USB is looking at the computer, and Death Wish kind of misses, mainly because Mr. Sinister is also kind of like deflecting the attack with his telekinesis, that the laser, the stunning attack hits the computer, and then USB is like, no, and he sees like the computer is kind of like going on the fritz, and then Mr. Sinister's like, and he's so distracted by it that he drops a hyperburn. So hyperburn, you fall like 10 feet, as you slide down the back and hit, and then you see like Mr. Sinister freaking out. You've never seen him panic, and you see him kind of like working on the computer system, and then USB sees that he's being overwhelmed, and he moves into that position, and they're both like typing, trying to figure things out on the computer system.
Well, I mean, USB doesn't type. He doesn't have to be like obviously do anything. He can just touch
Well,
the
no,
side
no.
of the computer and
Well, yeah, well, he can do the computer link on his turn, but right now he's just kind of like looking at everything, and he's like, and he's kind of like just trying to do the best he can to fix things.
I thought his
Okay,
action was pretty much held. That's what I
You are
was thinking.
Then
Nira, your friend is not helping.
He usually doesn't. Sometimes he does, but sometimes he doesn't.
okay, Hyperburn, your turn.
Okay, so obviously my previous action wasn't well received. So shit. Okay. So he's gonna make like a flaming streak again,
Okay.
and he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right about there. No, hold on. Let me change that. So right about there, and then he is going to use his fire generation and sort of throw a fireball right down the center of the thing to hit what's his name?
Yeah. Helix.
Helix, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, go ahead and make your
So-
attack.
So
That's
let
an
me,
agility. That's an agility feat.
yep. So let me just check my numbers there for a second. Sorry. Yeah. So my agility isn't incredible. So that's
Yep.
good to
But
know.
you have throwing, and I'm assuming you're making a physical fireball, right?
Oh, you better believe it. Yeah. So I get
Okay, so-
I get +1 get column shift on that.
Yep. Okay.
So
So that looks cool. Because you basically see this. It's pretty cool.
boom. Oh, that looks cool. Nice animation.
Yeah. Okay. Boom. Okay. So 63. That is a yellow feat. Okay. What's your power rank at for that attack? It doesn't matter because I know higher than this. So you shoot a fireball and it literally you burn up all of the nanobites that are flying in the air, and you do damage to Helix as well.
Oh,
He
no.
doesn't have fire resistance.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, so on the top of the turn, let me roll because this is a reaction to what you guys can see. Okay, so all of a sudden you basically hear a large explosion hit the platform way over here. If everyone clicks on the token and hits,
Oh, fuck us. I'm sorry. Oh, F us.
you see someone who just teleported there, standing slightly levitating over the platform, is none other than
Nimrod.
Nimrod,
Oh.
the Super Sentinel of the year 2025.
And fuck me up again.
Fuck me. Exactly.
So you see him appear there, and then, as he usually does, he's vocal. You see that he's actually attached to the speaker system of the entire installation. So when he speaks, you hear his voice completely echo through all of the intercom speaker systems as one large voice. And then what he says is, he kind of appears and then he just says, analyzing. High probability of mutant dissension can be stopped with a 99.9% probability. Destruction of Genosha, highly probable. Destruction of Avalon Island, highly probable. Nimrod will continue. Nimrod will succeed in his mission parameters that have been established. Nimrod shall continue the vision of UCAS, the United Canadian American States of America. And then he just kind of looks around, and it looks like he's going to make sure that this volcano erupts so that mutant kind can be completely obliterated from the future. And his initiative is when his initiative is, which is at 5. Because he rolled a shitty initiative.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Miria or
That's
Morpheus,
on
your turn.
saving. Okay, drop down into the maintenance hall.
Okay, so yep. Now you realize that a bird's probably not the best form. Maybe a larger animal would probably be
Yeah,
better. I'm just
yeah.
saying.
I was trying.
Like
I
a
was trying to.
monkey, like a monkey or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was going to do. A
Okay, so
chimpanzee.
yeah, so you
I
turn
was
into a
switching to a chimpanzee.
yeah, you're a little large. You're about a 3-foot chimpanzee, but much better than what you were. And you kind of make your way through these tunnels, and you realize that there's all of these series of small ventilation systems and shafts that are like attached to the system as you see the lava boiling upward, as you see that this device is reaching its critical stage. And you can see that there's only a few minutes left before this cooling system, as you can see, because it's so hot, is completely on overload and has actually shut off already. And it's just a matter of time
The
before
cooling
it,
system.
yes, overheats, destroying this entire facility.
Okay, I say through the link to USB. USB, you might want to get on this. The cooling system's already shut down. It's going to get really, really, really hot.
Okay,
Don't
so
do something.
in the
How long
temperature
do we
is
have?
now. Okay, in game terms, this is what happens. I'm going to start off at shift 0, and every full turn that passes, 1 rank will go up. You guys, no one here has an endurance of less than excellent, so you guys are unaffected all the way up to good rank. Once it gets to excellent, you will have to make endurance feats to not suffer an intensity increase, meaning a green feat now becomes yellow, yellow becomes red, and red is impossible without spending carbon.
So, but if you have a fire and heat resistance
Then
of a
of
class
course-
1000,
then you're fine. Now you could, using your firepower, absorb some of the heat.
yep, I know that.
If that's something you wanted to do, but that counts as an action.
Understood.
Okay. All right. So just letting you know what happens in game terms. You can already so like you're already sweating in there, Morpheus, because you're in this little tunnel and it's like fucking hot in there. So you are right now being affected by poor heat.
Okay, question. Is the material of this structure being affected by the
At
lava?
higher heat levels, it will be, and the lava will injure materials here. Yes. Once the lava elevates and erupts, of course, it would destroy everything here.
Okay. Right now I'm going to touch.
Lava, in case you're wondering what lava damage is, folks, lava damage is unearthly damage per turn, meaning every 6 seconds you would take 100 damage.
Got you. That would go. I'm assuming that would go through a force field.
Well, 100 points of damage, like I said.
Yeah.
The force field, the force field is amazing rank, 50
Right.
points.
Yeah. Right now I am going to mitigate the heat. I'm going to touch the side of the structure
Okay.
and change my my own physical material strength to that.
Okay. So that you're not affected by the heat.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Neria, your turn.
So, quick question: are any of these pipes? Do they have water in them?
A lot of this, unfortunately, it does have liquid, not water, but liquid.
Is that
It
part of the
doesn't-
cooling system? Is that it?
Correct. Yes, it's like antifreeze more than it is water.
Would she still be able to control it?
I will say that it will be difficult because technically water is a liquid, and it's nothing says that you can't affect liquid. So we'll say it will require a red feat for you to control it.
Okay, and
If that's something you're wanting to do.
yeah, she wants to physically or mentally, I guess you call it,
Yeah.
start the antifreeze to move it so it helps.
So you're circulating it, you're basically manually forcing the liquid to go through the generators and all that.
Yes.
That's pretty badass. Okay, go ahead and make a power rank. That is a red feat you need.
She's gonna spend the karma to do it.
Okay.
Hey, can we actually make this God, what's it called?
A power stunt?
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, affect other liquids? Yes.
Yes.
So it becomes easier next time you do it?
Yes.
That you would have to spend 100 of your personal karma, not from your total that you have, but from your storage karma.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll, which is, yeah, you got quite a bit of karma too. You got 290. Jesus.
Well, I didn't even do the multiplication, so
Oh, that's your total karma. It's your, okay, so wait, your karma should be, hold on. I'll say what your
330
karma
is what
should
it should be without, with it just being normal with the multiplication.
be. Yeah, 330 minus whatever you put into the karma pool.
40, so I'm at 290.
Yeah. So that's right.
So I need, my water is at, amazing.
Go ahead. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na. Okay, so you needed 91 or greater. So you only lost what, 40, 50, no, 40, 46, 42?
Yeah,
No, 41.
42, because it needs to be
42.
91.
Yep.
42.
All right, I'll subtract your karma for you. Okay, so you're at 240. Okay, so yeah, so Morpheus, while you're down there and you're like turning into the liquid and you see that the systems are shutting down, you see that everything in all the machinery starts to tremble. Right? So like there's like a little bit of shockwave throughout the entire structure as you realize liquid is being forced through the system, cooling it all down. So right now there's no increase of any heat so long as Neria makes a red power feat on every single turn. Which this could be disastrous because if she's holding it off and she fails it, it could basically be disastrous if she like rolls a white feat, for example. Okay, so pretty awesome, pretty heroic. Awesome, Miriam. All right. From here, Mr. Sinister is like in a panic trying to figure things out. And he sees Helix and Hyperburn. And then he's like, he looks and then he basically sees
Why don't you take out
Nimrod.
Nimrod? Yeah.
He looks at Nimrod and he looks and you see like actually for the first time you see it. There's a glaze of fear that kind of goes over his face. If there's one thing that he's frightened of is an individual who's probably not of equal or greater strength capable of harming him. And Mr. Sinister will have none of that. So he kind of like looks and then you just see he kind of steps back and he looks at you, Shift, and then he just says, another failed attempt at greatness, only to be destroyed by the likes of you, James. You should be considered yourself blamed for what's happening here. I will have none of it. As he looks into the sky and you see him create a pillar of telekinesis and he starts flying out of the volcano and decides that he'll take his losses. But Mr. Sinister will live to fight another day.
How fast does he fly?
He only fly. Well, he doesn't have lightning speed, so he's only 3 areas up right now because he has to generate speed.
So he's high enough to get dunked.
I guess if that's what you want to do. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on. Why is there nothing coming up?
Dunk him in the fire. Dunk him in the fire.
I can't kill people.
Oh, because he's a drawing. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna put the little wings on him, and that'll be how many areas up he is. Okay, folks. So he's currently 3 areas up. Okay. All right, that's his turn. USB. So USB does a computer link with the computer, and that's his entire turn. He's going to computer link into the system and try to do the best he can to deactivate the force field surrounding seismic. He will spend karma.
Keep me updated.
So he needed a red feet. Just maybe one. Let's see what his karma pool is. Hold on. $192. He loses. Okay, So you see USB is trying to link up to this computer, and he realizes that the damage was significant and that this technology is not Earth-based technology. He's never connected to technology of this level. The closest he's ever got to it was when he did a computer link with Cerebral, and he realizes that this is at a completely different level. And you see that he kind of gives you a nod shift, and he's concerned that he might not have the intellectual prowess to affect it as good as what he's normally capable of doing. And he you see like sweat going down his brows. He's concerned he might not be able to get it done in time, but he's putting forth as much effort as he possibly can to do that. Okay, Helix. So Helix is like, obviously he's wounded very badly, and he kind of like sees Nimrod, and he kind of like looks at Hyperburn, and while he sees Nimrod, he just kind of like laughs. He's like, he goes, "It seems that my wish to destroy it comes to fruition. Who would have thought that the greatest nemesis of mutant kind would be the one to save and trap my vision of a new world? You will all die." As you just see him kind of like completely ignores Hyperburn and just kind of like takes a casual walk towards Seismic. And then you see him kind of like looking, and then you see him looking at everything, and then he sees Neria. And then when he looks at Neria, he's like, "Sweet child, you've interfered once too many times." And you see him grasping, and as he's grasping, you see that he's manipulating the lava, and he's going to create a lava wave here from both sides to explode upward and hit Neria.
She's thinking, oh, fuck me.
So here goes. Okay, so he succeeds. Okay, so now here goes. Because you are in control of liquid now, and technically lava is magma, I can say that as your defense, because you're doing something, I will allow you to try to resist. You can do one of two things. You can, one, create a force field, and it's not going to hold back damage of the lava, but it'll minimize it. Or you can attempt to fight control of the lava with him. Which of the two do you want to do?
Since I'm rotating the antifreeze or whatever you want to call it, could
You
I?
want to gush it out? Yeah, I see what you want to do.
No, because she's already creating a flow. Basically, would her power help create the flow for the magma, so it aims away from her?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want to control the flow direction of the lava that he's controlling on you. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a pit. It is a feet versus feet. Okay, so my control is slightly less than yours because of the insect attack. He normally would be at monstrous, but he's currently at incredible.
And
So
I'm
because you are
at
resisting his feet, and you are at amazing. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm amazing.
Okay, but you're at -1 rank because you're controlling the flow of the coolant. So you are at incredible. So you need a yellow feet to block basically the lava attack.
You know what? She's gonna spend karma on this too.
Go ahead.
It's lava. She's like, I usually don't spend points, but we'll do it this way. So I need incredible yellow.
Yep, you needed a 61. So what? That's 28 karma? 27. I'm bad at math, apparently. Right. So there it is. I adjusted your karma. Okay, so yeah, so you see this huge tornado, not a tornado, but like a tidal wave. Let me find it here. So you see basically like this huge tornado, like not a tornado, but like a tidal wave of lava comes, and you're basically able to spread it, but you weren't able to control all of it. So like as it comes up, you split the wave in two, and the lava kind of spreads on, melting everything here. just like that. As this, like, you're like, so like you just see it kind of shoot up into the air. You see it coming at you like a tidal wave, and you split the tsunami in two, and it lands on both of the grids, and you see that it's melting through the thing, and where you're located, it's going to collapse if you don't move as quickly as possible. As you see the lava and the magma all eating through the titanium alloy material. Okay, Nimrod's turn. Okay, so you see Nimrod just kind of like looking, and he's detecting as much as the of the crap as he sees kind of around him. I'm going to put him at a 6. Makes it easier. Okay, and then you see. Okay, yeah. Okay, so he you see him kind of like come. He basically comes up here, and for his action, you see he looks around, and then he says on the intercom system, Nimrod, Project Nimrod, security system offline. Execute order 669123557. Security system back online. And then you see the turrets light up as they turn on.
Nuts.
But that's his whole turn. The turrets cannot attack until his next turn. They go on his turn. All right, Death Wish. So Death Wish kind of like sees all this crap kind of going on, and he sees Neria, and you see he reaches into like his belt, and he reaches for his grapple gun his newly grappled gun he just kind of got that he got in the beginning of this adventure, and he sees Neria, and he shoots the grapple gun at Neria. And succeeds with a green feat. So here's what happens. So he shoots the grapple gun at Neria. Neria, you see the grapple gun kind of come by you, lands by you, and then he like tells you to grab on as he's gonna pull you in.
Yeah, she would have grabbed onto it, definitely.
Yeah, you see it, you kind of grab onto it, and then he holds on to the railing, and then because he's pretty strong, he actually has remarkable strength, and he holds you up easily and brings you around and swings you to the opposite side. That's his turn. Shift.
Can I use the multi-teleport power stunts and
Yes.
try to touch people at the same time?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
He's going to try to teleport, touch Sinister, bring him back, and basically, in the end, he wants to bring Sinister, Sludge, and him to Nimrod.
Okay, so let me understand this. You're gonna teleport. Remember, you can teleport a total number of areas in one turn.
Yeah,
So that's
11.
like what,
So
20?
it's
11. Okay, so yeah, you 3 to go up to Mr. Sinister,
mhm,
and then 3 to come back down. That's 6, 7, 8,
9, and then over to him. We'll make
9.
another.
Oh, you can totally do it, dude. That'll put you right in the same square. Okay, so first things first. First, you don't have to roll for the multiple teleport because that's part of your power stunt that you already have. So you have to make a partial grab. So it is a strength feat. You need at least a yellow feat.
Well, it's
to
just
grab.
a feat for a touch, just to touch someone.
Unfortunately, it is, man. I'm going to say that it has to be because it falls under grappling. So you need a partial. So you need a yellow feat under strength.
You can only use 40 karma per turn.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to use karma to make sure my teleport works.
Okay.
And okay, so that was only 5.
Yep. Awesome.
And my strength is remarkable. So karma on that. which only 5 because that's yellow.
Yep, you are good. You only lose 5 for that. So okay. So here's what happens. So you teleport up to Mr. Sinister. You see him flying up, and you touch his ankle, and then you teleport from there. Now you have to make another teleportation feat from there,
And karma.
and that puts you with Helix over here.
Yep, so that's 30. So that was the rest of the karma I can use.
Oh,
Or is it
it's not 40 per turn. It's 40 per action.
Oh, okay. So I'm down 40 anyways. Minus 40.
Okay. All right. And then, all right. So yep, you lose. Actually, you don't lose that much. You only need a green feet. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to touch sludge.
okay. Now you have to need a yellow feet to touch sludge.
Okay. Karma. That's
Not bad. Only
15.
what, 15, and then that puts you over here.
Karma for that one. 5, so that's 20. And yeah, that's where drop them off there.
Oh,
We're taking this down. We're gonna have to work together.
I grabbed the wrong person. Hold on. Okay, he's no longer 3 squares up. He's still flying, but he's hovering there.
And he says, well, he kind of drops them off, and he's still teleporting around because of his multi-port attack thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he just took like the 2 attacks with him trying to touch, so he can't do anything else. But he's going to be like, well, you guys made your bed, so we're all gonna lie in it. It's time to have a.
Awesome, dude. That's a great attack, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Let's have an Omega party over here. And that's his turn. That allows 20 left. Okay.
Okay, you guys should go to see. Okay, awesome. Okay, great attack. Hyperburn. You just see like shit not fucking around. He's like teleporting he strained his teleportation power to the limit. That's the farthest he's ever teleported.
So shift is up. Shift is just as bad off as the other guys right next to Nimrod. Yes.
I mean, you see him where he is on the map.
So,
Jesus.
now also just a question. So some of the with the link I have, it's just communication, or do I get impressions of what everybody's trying to do?
It's communication, like telepathy communication. So you can kind of, I would say that you would have a surface thought, like when they want to communicate, kind of like the X-Men do whenever Rachel or Felix wakes them up.
So
They
yeah,
can tell when you're in. They can tell when you're in pain or if you're like
Okay.
embarrassed, things like that.
good enough. All right. So I guess shift is it's very fatalistic of shift putting himself in there, but I see that he's up shit's creek. So I don't know if I can do this with lightning speed, but what I'd like to do is
Uh-huh.
run on these conduits to
Yeah.
get to the platform,
Okay.
and at running speed, picking up shift and making the loop,
Okay.
making
So
the loop
here's-
and coming around.
Okay, so you can do that because it isn't tightrope. I will say in agility, at your agility rank, you need a green feet. If you fail it, you're going to slip and fall into the lava.
Okay, well, I'd like to. I think I'll spend karma for that then.
But-
I mean,
but yes.
the lava's not going to hurt me, fortunately,
You
but
can
still.
you can move a total of up to your number of squares anywhere you want at any time at any motion.
All right, so this is, but it's an action where I'm sort of picking up shift on my
Before he makes
path.
before he makes his action, can he like tell from the telepathic link that shift is totally fine at where he's at right now?
I mean, that's up to him if he wants to share that with you. I mean, you can see that he's thinking, I can get to shift. If you want to say something to him to make him change his mind, you can do that as well. So he's thinking right now.
Whatever your name is, help the others. I'm going to use these 3 to hold Nimrod off while you guys figure this thing out.
Rescue seismic, in other words.
Yeah. There's the seismic and keep volcano from exploding, killing everybody here.
Now it's your choice, Hyperburn, whether you want to ignore that or follow through with your.
All right, so I guess I guess this guy knows what he's doing, so okay. So I mean, how the hell can I get seismic out of here? So the Jesus.
Remember, you can conduct your own power stunts if you want.
Yep. I'm just trying to see something here. I'm just so I mean, how do I get him out of that force field? It's just
I mean, if you want to give ideas,
I mean, like I said, unless the emitters could be
you could always do something like phase, vibrate your body to go through the force field. You could always attack the structure itself by vibrating it so violently that you break all the internal systems. There's hundreds of ideas
I got you.
to do this.
Okay, so I guess what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get to the because if I get in there, how am I going to get the fuck out with him? You know what? There may be some technological thing. You know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use my ability to absorb heat
Uh-huh.
and to sort of help in the mitigate the rise of heat based on the lava.
Okay, that's in the center of seismic.
Correct.
Okay, all right, all right. So currently the heat is not that bad, so you automatically absorb 6 points of health. That's it. There's only six. There's only basically typical heat rising from where he's at currently.
Okay, that's fine.
So you absorb 6 of it. Is there anything else you want to do?
I say in the mind link, he says, "How do we turn off the force field?"
That's USB's job.
Yep, and you hear USB. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. He's in a panic.
What type of force field is
USB,
it?
Can you read it? USB, can you read the
It is.
the
It is. It is.
signature?
It is an electrical force field.
So couldn't USB use his own power to shut it down?
He could. He was trying to figure. He was trying to not just remove the force field, but also trying to disconnect seismic safely from the system. He felt that it was too dangerous to simply just unplug him forcibly from the system. He doesn't know what harm or damage that could do to him. So so USB explains that that's an option that he's willing to only use as a last resort because the shock of removing him from the system suddenly could basically kill seismic.
Well, no, turning off the force field. Yeah, I got that he was connected somehow. Turning off the force field itself.
The force field and the system are one in one.
So he can teleport through electricity, right?
You mean shift?
No, USB.
He can turn into electricity and try to go through the force field. Yes.
USB, can you
it's
reverse the polarity?
and that's what he's trying to tell you, that if he's afraid to damage the force field because it could cause catastrophic events to seismic, which could end his life. And so he figures it's easier to shut down the system and will only do that as a last resort. He's not willing to take the chance to kill seismic. That's his friend and original founder, and he will not do that.
Okay, next question. Can he bring people with him when he teleports?
He doesn't teleport. He can turn into electricity. Yeah. He's never done that. He's willing to try if you're willing to do that.
As a last resort, if we can't do it, she'll go in and heal him while he turns off the force field.
Oh, he says, I've never done that. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm willing to try if it's something if it comes to that, yes, I'll do that.
As a last resort type issue.
Okay. All right, Morpheus, your turn.
There is absolutely nothing I can do.
We are currently at turn 5, folks. So when it hits turn 10, the volcano explodes, just so you know.
5 from 0.
Doesn't hold it off.
No pressure. I mean, did my absorb?
It's turn 5 from 0. In one turn.
This is turn 5 since we've started.
This is like turn. What?
Turn 3.
First turn, second turn is turn 3.
Oh, why do I have 5 on there? That's weird. Okay. Turn 3.
But you mentioned the turn thing, like last turn you mentioned the turn.
No problem. I will reset it to 3.
When I went down into the.
Not a problem. I will put it to 3. It's at 3 right now. We're good. Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
so it wasn't
More,
3, 0 was 3. Okay, got you.
Morpheus, what
Uh,
are you doing?
absolutely, nothing currently I can do in regards to trying to deal with the force field and the whole machine thing, unfortunately. So would Nimrod? Okay, I'm coming back out of the tunnel, flying out. Did you hear me?
I did not. I'm so sorry. I stepped away from the
She's
keyboard.
flying
I'm so
out
sorry.
of the tunnel.
Okay, and going where? And going where?
I am leaving. I am flying out of the tunnel.
Okay.
Uh, because there's nothing I can do down there there's nothing visible that I can see that she can do to help the situation. I just let USP know that the coolant systems have completely shut down at this point.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token anywhere you
Um,
want. You can move up to 3 squares anywhere you want.
yeah. 1, 2, Alt, put me here. Shoot. Okay, you know what? I tried to use on the force field against Nimrod. Probably won't work, but that's what I'm gonna do. It just won't.
Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to shoot a force field around Nimrod?
Beam of force field, to see if I can pierce Nimrod and at least disrupt him somehow or something.
Okay, you could create a telekinetic bubble inside of him and expand it. Is
Okay,
that what you want to do?
that sounds like wasn't
Okay.
exactly what I was thinking of doing. No, I wanted to be basically a telekinetic lance is what I'm trying to
Okay,
form
got it. Okay, so
because
here's
it's
what I'm asking.
easier to pinpoint to
Got it.
penetrate something at a yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a forced attack. Go ahead. It's a forced telekinetic attack. Roll your power rank or your agility. I'm sorry. No, no, I'm sorry. It's your power rank. Roll your power rank. Telekinesis uses your power rank to hit.
That would be a red feat.
And your telekinesis is what, incredible or amazing?
Wrong one.
Morpheus, your telekinesis is incredible, right?
I rolled the wrong one.
Yeah, incredible.
My shifting is amazing.
Yeah, no, no, it's good. Okay,
So
so here's what you do. So you shoot this lance
a
of telekinesis.
93. I don't know what incredible is. It's
I
probably
got you. I got you. I got you. So you roll. You see a telekinetic lance goes flying out, and you shift Mr. Sinister and Helix. You both feel like the force of like an attack, right? Like a missile, an invisible force, because you can see your hair slightly shift off. A little bit of the sludge falls off the Helix because it just misses him, and Mr. Sinister just kind of like a whole like a little part of his cape gets shredded from the lance attack, goes flying and hits Nimrod. And when it hits Nimrod, it literally does nothing. You just see it hits him, and then he kind of like detects it, and he detects psionic levels, and you just see him go, Project Nimrod, detection, psionic attack, priority class 1, elimination probable, and doesn't do anything to him. Neria.
one. Boy, I'm insulted.
Neria, your turn.
Okay, question. Can I move into the little access tunnel just so she's out of Helix's
Yes.
view and
Yes,
still
you can.
control the water or the liquid?
Yep, because it has nothing to do with visual sight at all.
Okay, because she wants to get out of his view in case he does another lava attack.
Okay, so I got it. So you jump in there, and then you're just kind of like peaking a little bit occasionally and concentrating on pumping the
Hmm.
cooling liquid through the system. Yes.
Right.
Jump down into the foxhole.
Yep. Go ahead and make another power rank feat.
Okay, and what do I need to roll this time? Because
It's
does
gonna it's going to be a red feat every turn.
okay, and did the lava control count as a count for it?
It no longer because it's not continuous. It was just one quick attack.
No. Like you said that the more you use a stunt, the better you get control of it, basically.
Oh yes. You have to go past 2 times to go past threat.
Okay, well, did the lava attack count as a control?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm at 3 then.
Correct. So to control it next time, you would need a yellow feat.
Okay, well then that's what she's going to do, and she's going to once again use some more karma.
Okay.
And
So
power
it's a yellow
rank
feat
is amazing.
instead of a red one.
Didn't need it, but so how much did I spend then?
5. Good job. Okay. So just be warned that out of your personal karma pool, not what you have, but what you have in storage, you just lost 200 karma. 100 for the first try, 200 for the second try.
Can you use team karma for
That's fine.
Yeah.
power
Yes.
sets?
Yes, you can. Okay. So yeah, so you're like you're not only are you pumping coolant fuel through the generator forcibly, but you're also learning that it's not as difficult. That pumping antifreeze is much easier than dealing with lava, and it just becomes easier as you realize that like you've never done it before, but you realize that liquid is liquid regardless, and it comes easier to you. Okay, Mr. Sinister. So Mr. Sinister is infuriated that you teleported him here. And he's kind of like in a panic when he sees Nimrod. And you see that Nimrod sees him and seems completely, absolutely focused on Mr. Sinister. And Mr. Sinister,
The Sinister says, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Mr. Sinister, you see that he sets up a small telekinetic force field as he hovers, and he realizes that he's like in trouble now. So what he does is he basically tries to push Nimrod with a telekinetic attack away from him. He's like, boom, and he does an area attack. So he's not even like channeling it on just Nimrod. He's attacking Shift, Helix, the turret, and Nimrod with an area telekinetic attack.
Does my dodge have any factor on that?
Yes, it does, because you can move as part of your dodge, getting you out of the area. You would just have to exit the area. Here goes. Here goes this. Go ahead and roll your dodge.
Green.
Okay, so green. So when he's at -2 columns to hit you, his agility is not that great. It's only excellent. But he uses his power rank, which is incredible. So here goes. So he's 2 ranks less. So remarkable. Here goes this attack. Okay, so he misses Shift. Here goes for Helix. Actually, that's the same roll. Hold on. Okay, so Helix, boom. Helix will just allow his body armor to absorb the majority of that attack. The turret can't do anything, just takes damage. Okay, Helix takes 10 damage. Okay, so when this attack comes, you see Nimrod is like moved a few inches. He takes very minimal damage from the attack, if any at all. Okay, USB. So USB is going to spin karma to lower the force field. Wow, he's like spending. Okay, so that cost him.
Yes, Team Karma.
Yeah. Okay, so the force field doesn't go down, but like I don't know what the word is, like sporadic, where like it's like when something's like fading in and out, where it's turning on and off really quickly. That's kind of what the force field's doing. So hyperburn, you see it kind of fizz out and then turn back on, fizz out, turn back on, and it's nanoseconds. Which for you, because you have lightning speed, you can kind of see the gaps in between when the force field's turning on, which is literally nanoseconds, a split of a second, and you see it turning on and off as it happens.
Okay, understood.
Okay, that's his turn. Helix. So Helix kind of like sees what's going on and just kind of like sees the turret, and he just he makes tentacles come out of the turret. He grabs it and just basically destroys the turret. That's going to be his attack. And succeeds in completely obliterating the turret. Oh, no, not what I wanted. As you just see, like, the turret explodes. And that's pretty much his turn. Nimrod. So Nimrod has already studied you because you've been in melee combat for 2 turns from the last time you engaged him a few hours ago. He looks at Mr. Sinister, and he looks at Helix, and he looks at Shift. And even though he sees you, Shift, you see that he basically ignores you and focuses on Mr. Sinister. And then he says, Nathaniel SX, or subject. He says, analyzing subject. Nathaniel SX, aka Mr. Sinister, Savior. Stopped at all costs. And this is all coming out of the intercom systems, so it's echoing throughout the entire facility, shaking it in Nimrod's horrible computerized voice. And you just see he looks at him and he says, synapses disruptor at maximum. Eliminate Nathaniel Essex. And you just see his chest glows, the infamous triangle in his chest, and he shoots a neuron disruptor of unearthly power to Mr. Sinister. Here goes his attack. Okay, so it reduces it by net rank. Okay, here goes his resistance. All right, unearthly being, and if it runs in organic beings, anyone struck must make a psych feat roll versus the rank. Failure means, okay, so psych, what's Mr. Sinister has good psych, doesn't he? Oh, he has monstrous. Okay, look at that. Okay, Arg. Monstrous. Okay, so he's only stunned. What's the yellow mean? The yellow means it is. Okay, so he's track that by. Okay. You see Mr. Sinister's force field gets disrupted, like it shatters, and you see him screaming, and then this neural stunner hits him, and you see like he starts going into convulsions. His eyes roll up behind him. He's like spitting up blood, and he's bleeding out of his eyes, his mouth, and his ears as he collapses to the ground. And Nimrod is still like it's a continuous beam. The beam doesn't stop, and you just see him screaming, and he's yelling for help, and he's yelling at you, James. He's like, he's killing me, James! Don't let him kill me. I'm your father, James. Do not. Shift. You have to make a willpower, a psych roll. You are making a red psych feat at -4 columns.
So my psych is what's Morpheus' psych right now, right?
Yes. Oh, Morpheus could reinforce with her psyche if that's what she wants to do, but that would be her action when it comes around her turn.
Oh no, I thought it was just naturally I had the same psyche as her.
No, it's your
My
psyche.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna fail this real quick.
75. You almost made it.
I'm good. I need to get like 98 just to get a red.
Oh, yeah, you need a 100 or no 98. Yeah. You came close. Okay, so in game terms, because he's asking you to do this, and because of the mind erasure and alteration that he's done on your body in the past, you have to basically help him. I can take control of your character, or if you're willing to roleplay it, I'll let you do that. But you have to help him, in other words.
Can you take a turn? Well, it's gonna be on my turn, right?
Yes, on your turn.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll be right
But
back.
he does
Use
that.
it,
And you see him getting like stunned as he's no longer flying. And he's stunned for 3 turns.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
No problem. Okay. Death Wish. Okay, so Death Wish just got done pulling Neria over, and he sees what's kind of going on, and you see him like there's not much really he can do. He just kind of like he'll run over here, and you just see him pull out his other pistol, and he's looking at the force field, and he's mind linking to all of you. He rarely mind links with a group, and he basically Morpheus, you feel him mind linking with all of you. And then he yells out, and he says, "Quickly, this force field needs to come down at all costs. I know you guys don't want to save your friend, but not at the cost of my life. I'm going to give you to the count of 3. If by the count of 3 he's not out of this force field, I'm killing him, which will remove him from the device and save everyone on the island of Genosha, including my own." And you just see him aiming and focusing his attention on the force field in the center that seismic is in.
Who said that? I'm sorry, I just came back.
Death Wish.
Okay.
Death Wish basically says that if we don't remove the force field, that killing seismic is better than everyone on the island dying. And he understands that you're not willing to do that, but he has no qualms doing that, including saving his life and millions of other, not millions, but thousands of lives that are on the island. Small price to pay. He apologizes and says that he understands he's your friend, but this is not a time. This is a time to make action, and he's sorry, but he's willing to do what needs to be done, as he is Death Wish, and he will do what needs to be done.
And he says he'll do that in 3 turns.
Well, he's going to give you an amount of time that if it doesn't happen,
15 seconds basically, or something.
Yeah, 15 seconds. Yeah, 3 turns.
Okay.
Oh, brother.
Well, I don't have control of myself, so I can't whoop his ass.
Or wow, that's great.
She said to put it on pasta, but I'm trying.
Okay, so that's Death Wish's turn. Shift, your turn.
Why do I have angel wing? Oh, indicating I'm flying? Okay.
Correct.
And so shift, I have to protect Mr. Sinister.
Yes. Now every turn you're allowed to make a red feat to avoid that.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Well,
gonna using karma
who's
because it
forcing
seems
you
to be
to-
actually
oh.
possible.
Sinister.
So my way of protecting Mr. Sinister is going to be what I was going to do anyways, which I just moved my character. Oh, I moved myself inside of this guy.
And you can
Excellent. Sorry.
you can see Mr. Sinister's health. You see he's seriously injured. It's a bloody sight. Okay, think of Scanners. Remember the movie Scanners? Whenever they attack someone, that's kind of what's happening to Mr. Sinister.
Wow.
This,
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'll send you guys a link.
I'm just saying, reason wise, would I be able to tell myself whether if I were to go to reach for Mr. Sinister, would I get hit by a beam?
That's up to you to decide how you want to do that, man.
Okay, then I will to attempt to stun him as I've done before. If I can.
Wait a minute, you're going to stun him by, I mean, protect him by stunning him?
Stunning Nimrod.
Oh, that was weird.
Found it. Share. All right, there it is, everyone, on roll 20. For those who have never seen the movie. Okay.
What?
All
After
right.
all, brothers should be close.
So
don't
shift
you
your turn.
think?
Like I said, what are you gonna
Shift, he's gonna go for 3 attacks on Nimrod.
do? Okay.
Oh, sorry, 2 attacks with and then multi-tool teleport. And he's going to roll armor for the 2 attacks. Green is good.
Go ahead.
And attack 1, attack 2, and attack 3 with karma. No.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yellow, red.
You spend karma on all of these?
Not just the last. The
Okay.
the fighting roll and the monstrous roll.
Okay. Is it a energy attack or just a
Energy touch. Energy touch.
Energy touch. Okay. So what's
Yeah,
the
monstrous
rank of the
damage.
energy touch? Monstrous damage. Okay, there it goes. Okay. So you've never released. We know what happens when you use your full power rank, right? So you activate your dark force energy. You see his eyes turn purple. His body is encased in dark force energy as it comes out of his body. It's like a purple, like haze mist of electrical energy. And you basically start pounding into Nimrod from the back. Your first fist cracks into his body armor. You're doing 25 damage. His body armor is 50. You're doing 75. The second attack hits him a second time, cracks it further, and then a third time for a total of 75 damage. Now, it is a possible stun for 2 of them. Here it goes.
And the last one's a kill. Well,
Wow, look at that. So, yep. So you hit him both times, and you see that he, for whatever reason, is completely prioritized on Mr. Sinister. And then you see like the little circuits are slightly exposed, and then he's like, but he doesn't stop the neural attack on Mr. Sinister. He feels this is a higher priority than dealing with you. But you do see that he's like analyzing, and you just see he goes, BDA, Battle Badgeman Assessments of Project Nimrod, unacceptable, unacceptable damage, unacceptable. And then he basically kind of like analyzing, shift, aka James, needs to be stopped, cannot continue further damage to Project Nimrod. And that's kind of what he says. But you do damage him. You did 75 damage to him, and you can see his health bar.
what about the red feet?
I rolled the 100 for the stun, and then the kill feat right there, which was 92. Did I miss one?
I stunned him twice and then
Oh,
killed
yeah,
him
okay.
last.
Yep, let me roll his other stun then. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Go ahead and roll 1d10 for me.
Oh, sorry.
I'll let you roll it.
Yeah, so 5. That was my quickest roll thing. So 5 for the roll.
Okay, so the first fist cracks the armor. The second one, it hits the armor, and then you go for the heart process, like his main processor that's located in the center of his chest. Your whole fist breaks through his armor, and you pull out all these wires and circuits, but you miss like his main processor, but you did significant damage, and you see him malfunctioning. The neural stunner stops hitting Mr. Sinister, and then you just see him go zzz, 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 and you hear like all this circuitry and electrical like fires begin to start, and you just see all these exposed wires, and you just see him floating in place, and it's not like he's in pain, it's just not doing anything, as you just see as on the intercom system it kind of like zzz, 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 processing 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 processing, and it just kind of like a broken record, that's like being put on from 90 RPMs to 45 RPMs, goes through the entire intercom system. Okay,
Question
Hyperburn.
about Sinister's thing on me. Is it something that, because of my psyche rolls bad, I actually believe he's my father and I want to protect him as the most thing in the world or some type thing like that?
No, you are aware that he's.
Or I just feel compelled to do it.
Yes, you feel compelled. Like you realize what he's doing, but you just can't seem to resist. Think of it as like Pavlov's, like that. Like you're indoctrinated. You're indoctrinated, so to speak.
And his eyes are kind of glowing blue and stuff at the point. He's just yelling, "Come on! I saved you, father. I mean, Sinister, I saved you."
That's awesome. Okay, Hyperburn, your turn.
Okay, so the blinking of the force field. I know you're saying they were nanoseconds, but is it random or regular? What is it?
It's random. You're trying to
Okay.
figure out a pattern, but
Yep.
you realize that you could do it. I would say it's an incredible feat because incredible would be too low.
Yep.
Amazing feat to get through the force field.
Okay, so I'm gonna sort of yell to USB, keep doing that, keep doing it, and then I'm gonna try to do that using.
Okay. Now your lightning speed is of equal rank, so you need a yellow feat to make it within
Yep.
the gaps that it's turning off.
But I want to make sure I make this, so I think I'm going to expend some karma doing this.
Okay, go ahead. Man, look at this epic battle, badass. Okay, you are good. You lose 5 karma. You only needed a 56.
Okay, cool.
So you basically you're like waiting. It looks cool, right? Like imagine this force field going out for like in the blink of an eye. So Neria, you're kind of seeing the force field Morpheus. It's blinking, and you're like see Hyperburn just kind of like stays a few inches away, and he's looking at it, and then he blinks and he opens his eyes, and kind of like a Quicksilver from the Avengers, kind of like everything goes in slow motion, and he sees this light turning off, and then you see him step just a few feet into the force field, and you're right next to Seismic, who's hanging off this machine. So you're in there, Hyperburn. You still have your standard action. What do you want to do?
Okay, so he's connected to this machine, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's just like the picture. There's like tubes sticking out of his chest,
Yep.
like Weapon X, like Wolverine.
So in my I have medicine. So if can I determine
absolutely.
can I
Yes.
determine if ripping taking the stuff out would hurt him, or is it's would
You realize that with proper medical skill, which you have, considering that by making a reason feat, you could do this without harming him.
Okay.
We'll
That's
say 2 turns to disconnect him. If you make a red feat, you could forcibly remove him and give him minimal damage, but it will disconnect him from the system. Which one do you want to do?
Okay, I think I'm going to do since we're running out of time, I think I'm going to try to disconnect them as quickly as I can.
Yeah, so you're using like your lightning ability to like unplug, because there's like a few dozen things sticking in his throat, his head, like it looks like the Matrix, like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're like unplugging it all. Go ahead and make your reason feat. It's reason plus 1 rank because of your medicine.
Okay. So what's all right? Because so my reason just make sure what I got. All right, my reason's just a good. So here we go. I'm probably going to spend karma just to make sure I nail this. So. Nice.
Awesome. You only lose 5 karma. Badass, dude. So, okay, so Nerea, Morpheus, that you see him in there, and you see all these tubes. Like Neri, you're also medically trained. You see dozens of so tubes attached to vital parts of his body, which would take minutes to remove. But Hyperburn, with his lightning speed, is removing them as gently but as quickly as he possibly can, in like a few blinks of an eye, basically in 6 seconds. He removes all of the connections, what would have taken 10 minutes from seismic. It's not pleasant, but it's efficient. And you just see him unplugging him. The minute you unplug him from the machine, you see the force field collapses. Okay. When you see that he gets disconnected from the force field, USB, as he's attached to the machine, yells out, and you see him yelling, and he takes a little bit of damage. Takes 10 damage from the biofeedback. The machine catches fire.
Oh wow. So is the machine burning him?
No, I'm about to tell you what happens.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the machine catches fire, and the reason he took the damage is because he kind of like jacked out from the system, like in Shadow.
Biofeedback kind of thing.
Yeah, like a biofed, like kind of like Cerebral with Xavier, like that. He kind of disconnects from the machine, and he goes, the system is overloading, pulling him. I knew this would happen. It's too dangerous. The volcano was at a critical stage. There's no stopping it. There's no stopping it.
I will repeat, Nerea.
What?
Okay. It is
Your
now
friend.
turn 4. Morpheus, your turn.
USB, is there anything we could do to, I don't know, turn this around, reverse the effects?
He kind of looks at you, nods, and he's like, I don't know. I mean, the volcano's at a critical stage. There's no reversing it unless someone here has the ability to stop the volcano. And then you hear Seismic, who's completely exhausted, on his last breath. Everyone, get out of here. I'll do my best to contain the blast.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
You tell me, superheroes. What are you doing, Morpheus?
Okay, hold on a second. Give me a chance to think. Okay, the problem is the volcano itself. Volcanoes explode due to pressure, correct?
Yeah, I guess, sure.
Okay, so what it needs to do is to vent the volcano. So she is. Let me zoom back out. Okay, I'm going to use my force field. Excuse me, my TK, and I'm going to start punching a hole into the side of the volcano below the surface, and basically make a tunnel straight through so that the volcano can at least release some of the pent up pressure.
Okay, go ahead and do that. It is
Okay.
your power rank versus the unearthly rank of the tornado of the volcano. So you need a red feat.
Yeah, I'm definitely spending karma on this. I'm
Okay.
hoping I get high enough for that.
Go ahead and roll, please. Okay, you lose 5 points.
Yeah, 5 points.
Yep. So you realize that you're like, okay, I can do this. You're like focusing, and you shoot a telekinetic like bolt underground in the lava, and you could feel the pressure in your brain from the lava just eating at your telekinetic attack, but you're able to repel the majority of the lava, and you're able to puncture a small fissure, like a little crack into the volcano. But the volcano's thick, plus there's titanium, and you realize that you could do it given enough time. But you realize now, as you're doing it, that it's absolutely an impossibility. The volcano will erupt before you're able to accomplish the task, unless, of course, your power was somehow amplified. But you do succeed. Neria, your turn.
Are they on great, basically? Seismic and hyperburn?
Yes. Think of Star Wars Empire Strikes Back like that.
I don't watch Star Wars, it's not my
Oh
thing.
my God, don't say that to me. Stop.
I was born and raised a Trekkie.
Automatically lose 100 karma. No.
I know, right? No, let me think of Star Trek. Okay, I can't think of anything with Star Trek. But yeah, okay, no. Yeah, it's a grate. It's not that wide, but it's like a grate, and you can see a little bit of steam coming from it. And the heat there is considered typical rink.
That's fine, because she has the thing where it's excellent versus heat and radiation, the armor, so that's fine. Is it wide enough to walk on? Like I won't fall over if I misplace a step?
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, well then she's gonna quickly crawl out and run over to Seismic and basically heal him.
Okay, go ahead and make your power rank. So you know how this works. You make your power rank. If you failed it, you lose an equal amount of karma, of health you're trying to recover. How much health are you trying to give him?
Let's go for... You said how much... What do I lose?
You lose an equal amount
Of health?
of karma if you fail.
Oh, okay. Let's go for 40.
Up to your power rank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, her power rank's 30, so it'd be 30 then.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what? She'll spend karma on this just to be funny.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Awesome. You only lose 5 karma. Okay, let me put his health bar back up there.
So when she runs up and heals Seismic, I say, "Nice to see you again, Iria."
Yeah. Just make sure I don't get hit by lava.
Yeah, so you see his health bar. That's what his health is after you heal him. You see he's suffering. When you heal him, you actually strain your mutant power. You realize the fact through sheer willpower and mental fortitude and physical fortitude is the only thing keeping him alive. He is suffering from massive internal injuries, trauma that are beyond even your ability to heal him. You've stabilized him, but moving him violently or him straining to use his mutant power could rupture and kill him instantly. Okay, Mr. Sinister is still stunned. You just see he's on the ground coughing up blood from internal injuries from the neural stun attack. He's not taking any more damage, but he's still currently stunned. That goes down to 2.
What can Sinister do again? Forgot.
Everything. No.
Sinister things.
It's been a while.
Okay. He kind of has he's like Apocalypse. He has control of his own body. So USB, Jesus, what do you want the guy to do? Okay, so USB basically runs over here, and he's even though he kind of forgets that he's in the telepathic link because he's yelling it as well. He's in such a panic, and he's yelling at Shift, and he's like, "Shift, everyone, we have to get out of here. I'm telling you, there's no stopping this volcano. We have to get out of here. It's going to erupt. We're not going to survive. We failed. We can't do it." And he's just kind of looking around, and he's looking
What is wrong with you?
at the electrical system, and he doesn't know what to do. Okay. Helix.
We gotta try to save the island.
Helix, man. Helix.
Sorry, can I say something to Sludge before he starts?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Sludge, I don't know where I failed you to avoid you walking down the path you walked, but we can finish this robot off. Let's fight together one last time.
Oh wow, badass. Go ahead and make an intuition feat. I'll give you +3 columns. You need a green feat. You cannot spend karma. I'm giving you the +3 column because of your leadership trait, by the way.
Yellow.
No, you're ready, man.
Yeah, I roll it yellow.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he kind of looks at you, and even though he's not all there, and he's like in a rage, he kind of sees you, and then you see like his body shapeshift. He has the ability to shapeshift, remember? And you see he shapeshifts from Helix to Sludge. Remember what Sludge used to look like?
Yeah.
And he kind of shifts to that and shifts to Professor Xavier, and then he shifts into Legion, and then he shifts into Nightcrawler, and then you see him shifting into Wolverine, and then he looks at you for a second, and he turns into like his when he had a normal body before Mr. Sinister experimented on him, and he looks and he says, James, what do you need me to do, James? What do you need?
Just take this robot out and save this place.
Mm.
Matter of fact, lead the robot to me. Help the others keep this place from blowing up. I know you and all the rest of the good that in you and the good that you absorbed can do this.
And that's when he goes, you always were the hero, but give me this one, Shift. No. And you see he tidal waves. He makes a tendril and holds on to Nimrod and holds on to Mr. Sinister, and he starts absorbing them both. He goes, I'm going to hold them here, James, and we're all going to go in a big explosion. He goes, I'm going to do the best I can. I think I can absorb this. I'm almost positive I can.
There's no telling if you'll live through it. Even with your sins, I can't let you die.
As if you could stop me anyway, old friend. And you just see him expanding in size like he has, because he has growth. Smothering them both. And he's yelling you to escape, to get away. Okay, Nimrod is still stunned. Death Wish. So Death Wish is like yelling, and he's yelling at you and Shift. He goes, Shift, quit being the goddamn hero. Let's go. He's gonna do it. It's the least the fucker can do for what he did in his past. Give him redemption. Give him this one, Shift. Now, in game terms, this is considered a noble death. You would only lose 50 karma.
But in character terms.
I'm just saying, if you're worried about losing all your karma, you know what I mean? It's like
I try to keep it in line with the character.
No, I hear you. No, it's cool, bro. You can do whatever you want. So that's kind of what Death Wish is yelling, and he's like, "We have got to get out of here." And then you realize Seismic tells, he looks at everyone, and he looks at Shift, and he's mind linked to everyone, and he says, and you could see that there's like stubbornness in Seismic. And he says, I doubt that he'd be able to contain the blast, but with my help, we might be able to save the entire island, Shift. You have to decide what's more important. Sludge, me, or the thousands of lives on this island. And the entire mutant race as we know it, Shift.
So I sort of say to Seismic, you use your power, you're gonna rupture, you're gonna have an aneurysm, you're gonna rupture all these wounds.
And then he kind of smiles, and then you see him also enlarging, which he also has the power growth. And he's like looking at it, and you see he's holding on to like the vents, and you see him getting larger, and then you see the whole installation start shaking. The bubbles on the lava start shooting up, and very soon the levels of lava are elevating, and you see him focusing on all of it, and he's trying to contain it. He goes, I can't do this much longer. You need to get out of here. I'm going to bring it upon itself. I'm going to seal the volcano. I can do it, Shift. I can do it. Okay, Shift, it's your turn.
Uh, is there a power stone or something like that to push your powers beyond your limit?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find.
You can do that with the red feet. It counts as a power stunt, and it only goes one rank higher.
Okay, so
It only gives me amazing.
And you can't spend karma for the attempt.
okay, and in
Like
my
a power stunt, you can't spend karma on the power stunt attempt.
and in my mind and everybody that I might link them with right now, the only way for them to stop this stuff is for them to be inside of the eruption and them to absorb the eruption.
Correct. They have to be as close as they can to the surface of the volcano. It's easier to pull than to push.
Okay. I mean, they have to do they absorb it up into like a eruption doesn't have to happen, or
Basically, what he's going to do is he's going to seal the volcano and bring it upon itself by using his earth manipulation power. And with the help
Um,
of of Helix, he could probably do that.
So he's going to
how
collapse.
is
He's going to collapse the flue so that it caves in on itself.
Correct.
okay.
not going to stop it
I
for?
mean, it's still going to destroy this installation, but I mean, you're talking about saving the island. You know what I mean? And Genosha.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, like, you might want to start thinking about evacuating people that are living near the installation. Which there's, remember, a small city almost,
More
not a
locks
small
and stuff.
city, but like a small town in Morlocks and stuff like that.
Okay,
So USB is like, well, I can activate. He goes, when I was attached to the system, there was an evacuation system. He goes, I can turn it on. He
Why
goes,
didn't you do that? That USB?
I was sorry, I was a little focused with having to worry about the force field and about 1,000 other things and trying to regulate the temperatures.
And running away? Would you
Hundreds,
just do
hundreds
it?
and
Can we
thousands
have this
of
conversation later?
calculations that I had to do internally. Trust me, Reed Richards couldn't have done any better.
Can we have this conversation later after we're out of here?
Just turn on the evacuation, okay?
Okay, there's no more initiative, folks. What will you decide to do?
Shift will X
Okay.
USB sound the alarm, and you guys get out of here. I'll stay with them to the final moment.
Okay, so USB like just kind of like does a quick glance, and you hear the alarm kind of goes off.
Shift is,
Um,
you guys get out of
okay.
here. I'll stay here. If they're trying to seal it off at the very moment that if the eruption's going to break through the seal, maybe I can pull them out at the exact moment.
Neria doesn't want
I'll
to
meet
go,
you
but
guys
she can't
outside.
survive a fire, so she's going to wish them the best luck and hope to see them on the other side.
A bunch of you can fly. Just fly out here.
Oh crap!
the
The
volcano's open at the top, right?
Yeah.
I will do that boosting of my telepathy. I want to be able to reach the whole island and tell everybody to get to the coast now.
You wouldn't be able to affect the whole island, but you would be able to cover just about a mile, which would cover about the blast radius of the volcano. Give or
Okay,
take.
good
So
enough.
go ahead and make a power feat for that. Now, if you fail your power, there's usually a side effect. Be warned to burning out your power.
That's
basically
okay.
what you're doing. You're going to be burning
At
out
this point,
your telepathy power. Go
I
ahead.
need you to fly.
Now, telekinesis is a separate power.
Yeah,
so
telekinesis. I'm gonna say don't
She's
fuck up
using
your
her
power to fly. You need to
She's-
fly.
Go ahead and
well, that's my shape shifting.
Go ahead, Morpheus.
Okay.
You're using your telepathy to send out a signal to tell everyone to go get away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot. I'm sorry. I always have to look. Okay, yeah. Um,
Okay, wow, that's awesome. You totally succeeded. Okay, so you basically focus and you did a partial success. You shoot out the signal a psychic scream. I mean, to the point where like all of you get headaches from her doing a psychic blast. She did a psychic scream. It shoots out into at a 1 mile radius from where she's at to every living object. Animals, insects are all fleeing the area. And then you see her bleeding out of her nose as she overburns her telepathy power. And you just, something kind of snaps in your head and you're like, oh, and then you just start bleeding out of your nose and you realize that you no longer can use your telepathy for 24 hours.
That's okay. I don't care.
As the mind link snaps, and all of you now have to communicate verbally. Okay, anybody else? I'm going to go from left to right. Shift, I know you're waiting to the last second. Morpheus, I know what you did. Neria, what are you doing?
She's like, I can't fly and I can't run that fast. We need to get out of here.
Morpheus can carry you guys out.
I'll carry her out.
Okay, yeah, Morpheus can just, yeah, and USB can too.
Yeah,
so-
my TK is still my TK is still active.
And keep in
Yeah,
mind
well-
that the explosion areas over there, there's nothing there. That's gone.
Volcano will go straight up.
Yep.
As soon as everybody's here and I can go, I grab him with the TK and head out. Looking back
Okay.
at Seismic,
So
looking
you guys,
back at
yeah.
Shift.
So you see, basically, hold on. This is cool. Hold on. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? She creates a telekinetic hand and she says, everyone who needs a ride, get on. Isn't that cool? That's fucking cool.
Yes, that is cool.
And then you see Seismic kind of like shedding a tear, and he kind of like doesn't say anything because he's all choked up. He has nothing to say. You see him like straining, and you see him looking, and he just kind of like gives you guys all like a goodbye, kind of like almost like a salute, and he just kind of looks and then he yells out one thing before you guys start lifting up, and you're like about 30 feet up. It was a pleasure and an honor. Thank you, all of you.
Try and get out if you can.
Yeah,
Seismic?
I'll take care of him. Sludge, why don't you get over there with him? Maybe I can get you out too.
Sludge is like, ugh. You see him grunting. He goes, I'm fighting him as we speak now, James. I can barely hold him. I can't. Nimrod is too powerful, too strong.
Where's what happened to what's his name?
Sinister's inside of him too.
Oh, okay.
So I guess Shift kind of sheds a tear. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't avoid this. But he kind of like sticks a finger out and puts it into the sludgy part of him and draws a circle and puts an X in it.
Oh, badass, dude.
And then he heads over to be with Seismic. Should I put myself on? Okay, never mind. There it goes.
Everybody out. While he's having that conversation and making doodles in the guy's body.
And Shift kind of walks over towards Seismic, puts a hand on him, and kind of like sits in the meditation stance, and he's trying to pull in all the dark force energy he can.
Okay, this is you couldn't have written it better for me, Will. Thank you very much. So you see that the lava starts going through and it's forming and it's bubbling and seismic, and you're generating all of this dark force energy, and all of a sudden you see Helix. Now this is as Hyperburn, Death Wish, Morpheus, USB. You guys are at this point, you're like right at the edge of the top of the volcano. So you can look down and you can kind of still see what's going on slightly. And then you see Helix explode into like pieces of mud. Imagine like a mud pie and you throw an M80 in
Mhm.
it. And you know how like mud just goes flying everywhere?
Yep.
And you just kind of see that. So hold on.
Ew.
Yuck. Yuck.
You're like, yuck.
You really knocked the shit out of him.
That's gotta hurt.
So you see like basically Helix, you know, and there's like, you can kind of tell that he's still like alive because you can see like he's trying to reform. And then you see Mr. Sinister, and Mr. Sinister basically like does this giant telekinetic blast. And then you see Nimrod kind of gets taken to the corner of the edge. And then Mr. Sinister looks and he's like, fools, you shall never stop Sinister. He goes, if I will do what must be done. And then you just see kind of what he does. And then he kind of like holds on to things. And then you just see him generating. And then he looks at Shift. And when he sees you generating all of this dark force energy, he goes, yes, yes, my boy, this is what I need. This is what I need to channel. And he starts like reaching, and you see that your dark force energy is being pulled from your body and flying towards Sinister.
Wait a minute. He's sucking Shift?
Yes, hold
I mean, not in that type of way.
on.
Oh my god.
That's what you say.
That'd be really sinister indeed.
I know, that would be real sinister indeed, right?
So am I losing my power as of right now? Or
Okay, hold on. I'm about to tell you what happens. Hold on.
Just out of curiosity, how many areas is the from where Shift is to the top of the volcano?
I would say 10 areas.
Okay.
It's about right. So he starts pulling all of this energy from you, Shift. You see, he's like draining you of this energy, and he's like draining, you know, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you see Nimrod kind of like did like an emergency reboot where he's no longer stunned because basically the amount of time has passed already. And then you see he kind of like sees Mr. Sinister, and then you just see him going. You just see him go, danger, danger, spatial awareness, time shifting, spatial time shift, a warning, warning. And then you just see him kind of like reaching for him. And then Mr. Sinister says, fools. You guys all see a purple glow. Then the volcano starts to shake and it erupts and explodes. And then you guys just see this bright purple light coming at you with Shift. And this is where you end up, folks. Okay, bear with me here.
Oh, not another time jump.
Here we go. You're gonna love this. Wait till you see this fucking map.
Christ.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure everything. Let me copy everyone first. Okay, 1, 2, Shift there. Okay, and I'll put you there. Oh my God, this looks awesome. You guys are gonna love this. Okay, hold on. Am I missing anyone? I don't think I'm missing anyone. Let me make sure. Death Wish, USB. Yep. Okay. Okay, so this is what happens to you all. The alarm, the alarm system kind of starts to fade out into nothingness. And then, because remember, you're all blinded by the purple light and you felt the heat of the volcano. And then all of a sudden there's a blinding light. And then you hear it before you see it because there's still this purple blinding light surrounding you all. And you hear this slowly fading in. If your volume isn't up, I recommend you put it all the way up. You'll lose the effect. As the volume gets louder and louder.
It bounced us back to World War II.
What the hey? Please tell me that's not what I'm thinking, seeing.
Welcome to Omaha Beach.
Very much.
Okay.
Well, I get to kick Captain America's ass for something he doesn't know about yet.
In fact, he's right there. Look, he's right here, dude.
Guys, there are super beings here.
So Neri is freaked out. She's never time traveled before.
Yeah, likewise.
Say goodbye to your time, your
Okay.
world, everything you knew.
Okay, so everyone just everyone please lower the volume. I'm not going to turn off anything. I'm just like explain everything on the map. Okay, I brought my master volume down. Okay, so here's what you're looking at. Okay, so you guys are all located where I put you on the map. Okay, you see going from top to bottom. You see what you all recognize as the Human Torch. Everyone make a reason roll. Everyone is allowed to make a reason roll. Green feet is all you need.
No, that's the Human Torch shouldn't be around right now.
Okay. So everyone but Hyperburn knows who he is, and Morpheus. Okay. So everyone but Morpheus and Hyperburn realize that that's not the Human Torch. You should be able to click on him and make sure that you guys can click on him.
Oh, that's Toro. Oh, cool, dude.
There you
Forgot
go.
all about him.
Now you can click on him and hit Z. So I'll put you over there so you can see where I'm at. Click on him and hit the letter Z. And you see that that's none other than Toro, the robotic android who has the power to ensheath himself in fire and flame. Well, make sure you can. If you click on this thing here, right next to that token with the soldier, hit Z and it'll enlarge. You see that there's several true soldiers, American soldiers, and particularly the 82nd Infantry, doing the landing at Omaha Beach, but it's not quite as you remember it, as things are slightly different. You notice several dead soldiers that have been completely obliterated coming from this side over here. Now go on to the next token. You can click on it now and hit Z. As you see that they're hit not by gunfire, by laser fire. You see several of the Tripoli tank traps, which are these things here, the little jumping jack looking things. You see the PT-128 carrier boats, which are troop transports for amphibious landings for the Marines and soldiers. And then you notice very quickly here, if you click on over here is where I'm at now. You can click on those guys now. That's what they look like. I'm about to explain that to you. So hit Z.
Hellgas! Hellgas! Oh, that's fine.
So you see these
Next.
electronic mechanical Nazi war machines that obviously weren't there in your timeline, yet they're here. and seem to be doing a very good job of repelling the attack on Normandy against the American soldiers. You see to the bottom right over here, you can now click on the
Someone's having a hard time clicking on Cap.
yeah, I am.
Yeah. Right.
There we go. He was hiding, dude. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if you can now click on Captain America as well.
I can't.
See,
Oh, there
if
you go. No.
click on him, you'll see what he looks like now in 1942, obviously. You see he's holding a Tommy gun and
The
doesn't
back
have his
version.
shield yet. He has his old shield, and you've never seen him like this, and he's yelling and he's telling troops to move forward. And his
Technically, that's his current shield too.
Dude,
Oh, is he?
you're yelling at dead bodies to move forward.
Well, he's yelling at these guys up here.
Continue to throw yourselves at this thing and die.
That's the shape of his current shield.
Yeah, okay. And then up here, if you go over here, you can now click on none other than the infamous.
Is that Namor?
Namor, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe he was there. So
Yep. You
Yep,
see the
yes,
you
he
see
was.
none other than the Submariner, the first mutant in Marvel history, known
In
as
Marvel,
Namor,
that's
the
right.
Submariner. Yep.
Yep.
During the war. So you see Captain America, you see Namor, and you see Toro, and you see that these members are the allies of superheroes that joined the war. They were the only ones. It wasn't until slightly later that the United Kingdom allies, which is like Captain Britain, Union Jack, those
Mhm.
people,
Yep.
Jack Frost, all of them, Crimson Commando, Crimson Saber, all of those people came a little later. But you're realizing that things are not as they are or the way you remember them. Okay, now over here, you can now click on these as well. So you can see what all the infantry look like.
There you go. Are they? What the?
Metalman?
What the?
Wolfenstein shit.
Hell, if I did, if I didn't know that I wasn't playing Warhammer 40k, be freaky. Guys in mechs, dudes that ain't dudes, cyborgs or something.
So you see all of this going on. This is not how, as you remember history, yet this is what's happening. So let me explain what you're seeing here. This is a makeshift bunker right here, where these two heavy gunners, they have a fully automatic uh, 40 millimeter sized cannons, basically that can fire laser fire. There's something of a fully automatic laser turret with infantry that are never like you've seen before. As you can see, they have the Nazi symbol. They look cool. They have like bionic limbs and body parts on them, and nothing but laser fire is shooting from them. The Americans only have guns. You see the Nazi flag up here, flying high and flying proud, with the speaker system, which is right there. And that's
Mm-hmm.
and you're hearing. So let me so now you can put your volume back up.
Odds.
And what you're hearing is the national Nazi German um, theme song. It's basically theme song. It's their
The anthem. Their
yeah,
anthem.
the Nazi anthem. And then you hear in the background nothing other than the infamous Hitler speech that he gave prior to invading Poland, and it's being shot out of the speaker system here. And then you hear the gunfire take place. And you realize that there's people dying everywhere with Captain America, who just sees shift at the bottom right. as shit is like arrives Terminator style. You know, when the Terminator arrives, traveling through time, it sank a crater into the ground, and there's like a light purple aftershock on the ground hit, and then just as Prince Namor and the soldiers are running across here, you see the ground shakes, and you see a giant, hideous monster coming from the surface.
The Kraken.
And it grabs and reaches and swipes out the majority of the platoon, killing them almost instantly. As the tentacles, it's like a giant from Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, the Sarlacc pit grabbing tentacles and pulling it to its mouth, and you see the American forces basically being wiped out by the Nazi defending forces, holding the very island where we took and rescued the invasion of 1942. As it goes on, and it just gets crazy. Okay.
Oh, screw that.
You hear a radio background kind of happening from the old school radios in the background. As the monster just swallows all the units up. Okay, let me lower the volume, but I'm going to keep it in the background.
Well, you don't have to lower it. We can do that.
Okay. Everyone, please roll initiative.
Minus my plus to you guys. Sorry.
No,
Didn't
no
know
one
this
is
was going to happen.
no one
Or it
is
wouldn't have
telepathically
blown out
linked
my
any longer.
telepathy.
Please click on your token and roll initiative, please.
Oh my God.
Right.
Wow. I hope that's nobody's initiative.
Okay, mine should actually be a 10 because I accidentally put a +2 instead of a 2. So it counted it as 0.
Go ahead. You should be able to shift it. You can change your initiative.
Yeah.
Just waiting on you, Hyperburn and Shift.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Oh, where am I in this? Hold on. I'm sorry.
You're down here.
Down
Oh,
at the
okay.
bottom.
All right, there I go. Okay, sorry.
Hope you guys like the map, by the way.
It's amazing. Shift, you there?
Did we lose him?
Was he muted?
I don't know.
I think he had to restart.
We'll wait up for him a little bit.
He's all completely off of Discord.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I have it turned off on here. That's why. Oh no, it carries over. Okay, I thought no.
No, he's not on. He's completely off Discord.
Yeah, I don't.
He's still in. Oh yeah, he's still in Roll20.
Yeah, I don't know. Something might have happened. His computer might. I know he was having trouble with his computer. So I hope you guys like the new chapter and direction I'm going in.
We'll kick your
I'm curious.
butt later.
I'm curious to see what you guys are going to do, but okay.
Well, I knew what I was going to do the minute this thing started. No, exactly what I was going to do.
What do you think, Hyperbird?
This is freaking me out.
Nuria, what do you think?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm good with keep going. I have this whole encounter. I know you guys, some of you are like on schedule. So are you guys all good for still playing, trying to finish up this encounter, or do you guys want to stop?
Well, I want to keep going, but I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, I might have to. I may have to leave because.
Okay,
Yeah, I have to leave too. I got work at 5 o'clock in the
yeah,
morning.
okay. So then this is a great cliffhanger. This is a great place to stop then.
Awesome.
Okay.
I would, yeah, so you guys are now currently, I'm going to change everything on the forum and it'll reflect the new timeline that you're in. I'm going to put down what little details you might have discovered. We'll play this encounter and then I guess depending whether it's a Mariner, Namor, Captain America, they can survive, and what you guys do will determine how you will be part of this war to stop Nazi Germany from spreading everywhere.
Uh, XP. Give me
Karma.
karma.
Yes, there's plenty to go around. Okay, here we go. Who wants to go into the Karma log and change it? Just you can put it here if somebody wants to edit that. Let me look it up.
I'm just gonna put it on a separate thing and they can edit it
Oh.
later.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Where's the other? There it is. Awesome. Karma, karma.
Mm.
What page is it on? Oh, here we go. Okay, so massive amounts of karma to go around. So first of all, you guys are at negative 100 right off the bat.
Okay.
That is for seismic, the noble death for seismic, and the noble death for of
Sludge. Sludge.
of helix of sludge.
Helix.
So you're at negative 100. Okay, so first of all, you stopped a global conspiracy between UCAS and Mutant Society. That is worth 75.
Welcome back, dude. You okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so hey, we're gonna stop here, man, because we got people who gotta go, but this is a good cliffhanger. So everyone, we're handing out karma. We just
Yeah,
started.
I'm editing the karma page. I'm just adding it. I'm just giving it as he says it out.
Okay, yeah. So 75 karma for a global conspiracy, stopping it. Okay, there were multiple rescues. I'm going to give the maximum 100 karma for multiple rescues. Okay, defeating an unearthly foe, which is both Nimrod and Mr. Sinister. So that is 200 karma. Okay,
And what was it? Unearthly foe or what?
unearthly foe. Yeah, that's 100 points for each opponent. There were two opponents. Defeating the turrets as well. That's another 20 for defeating the turrets. Preventing violent crimes at a global scale is 40 karma. Stopping destruction, I'm going to max that out at 100. Stopping property destruction, 100. Making a commitment is 5. Weekly award, 10. Everyone gets 25. Add another 30 for role playing, for humor, and for like just coming up with great ideas and working as a team.
How much?
25 for 20, 30. I'm sorry, 30. And then let me see. Okay, so preventing the war between the mutant race and keeping the citizens of Genosha, and there is another 100. Now, That's all you're getting as a group. Now I'm getting individual experience to certain individuals. I think everyone did really exceptional stuff. I think you did a good job, Neria, with using your power to contain the cooling portions and all that. So I'm going to give you 50 for that. Uh, Tom, using your power to go through the shield and like really trying to help people, I'm giving you the max for that as well, 50. Um, Burning out your power, telling people to escape the area and all that with a few seconds, a few minutes of time and all that, I'm giving 50 to you. I'm going to give 50 to USB for working with the computer. Will get 50 for, like really just trying like using your powers the way you did. And I'm going to give you an additional 10 for the exceptional role playing for like trying to giving Sludge a chance to redeem himself. And then we also have stopping destructive crime, which is 20.
Is that per person or does that go in the party
That's
one?
that's total for the party, 20. Sorry, I missed one. And that's it. That was a lot of experience.
Prevent destruction?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. That's everything that you gave us.
Awesome.
I didn't add anything up. I just wrote everything down.
No, that's fine. That's cool. No, beggars can't be choosers. It's all good. So yeah, and you now realize that obviously the timeline has changed. You're not exactly sure why, but you do realize that Mr. Sinister is nowhere to be seen. Now, I'm gonna say shift you because you were connected. You realize that there were reports that Mr. Sinister was actually a scientist during the 1940s. He was a war criminal who experimented and with several of the mutants on that. Basically, the way the rumor is, the way he says it, is that he is the reason there was a big genetic burst of mutants because in known history, this is actual comic history, uh, Mr. Sinister captured the Submariner and actually tortured him for several days, pulling his DNA and then pumping it into different individuals, causing the mutant gene to be increased even more so than it was. And so, really, Mr. Sinister was kind of responsible for the birth of mutant kind, which happened in the early 1940s. You also have all come to realize that Magneto is actually alive in this timeline as a young boy. And you in fact know what concentration camp he's in, as he is very open about these things.
Hey, how many people were playing today so I can divide that number?
5.
So just 5? Because we have 6 on the turn order.
Oh, I'm sorry, it is 6.
Okay.
Sorry, 6.
Yeah, who's Smith? Who somebody left?
Yeah,
And
Death Wish.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
So is it 5 or 6?
6.
It's
6.
5.
6. Well, no, it'd be 5. Go 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, 5.
No USB.
Well, I'll give him some experience, but don't worry about it. Just divide it by 5 and hand that out to
Level
everyone.
death doesn't matter. That, I mean,
Yeah.
basically saving seismic was ripped from me.
Well, unfortunately, it's still a noble death, so you lost 50 karma. So she counted that in there.
There.
Oh, did no, Death Wish wasn't playing?
Was not correct. I mean, I was controlling him, but just divide it by 5, and we'll give that equally to everyone.
Okay, so it's 120.
There you go.
And minus the individual. I didn't do the individuals.
Yeah. Basically, everybody got 50, and Will got 60. So,
Yeah.
or yeah, 60, 65. So Will, you get 65. Everyone else gets another 50.
185. All right.
Okay.
and that's the -2, and that's the -100 too. So you guys did pretty good for yourselves. I hope you guys like that last encounter. What you think, Tom?
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Did you like it, Will? What do you think of the ending of that chapter?
I
was a good
already
game.
know exactly my first
Remember,
action's
take
gonna
out
be.
the karma you put in to the karma pool.
Yes. Unless you guys just want to leave it there, and you guys can just leave it in there. Really.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we've been doing.
Yeah, just leave it in there. Yeah.
And that counts as advanced karma?
Okay. 3 times of your initial karma is what you pulling out of your total karma. So you have to track your own total karma, and you're pulling up to 3 times of your karma from that. The rest of it is advancement karma that cannot be touched under any circumstances.
Okay.
And then there's the team karma, which you're donating from your 3 times your amount that you can pull from.
Okay, so the power stunts come from what then?
The advancement.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Right. When can we raise powers and shit?
Anytime you can afford it.
Okay. I know that my telekinesis, telepathy is out for 24 hours, and I'm assuming time jumping
Of
did
course not.
not diminish that.
Correct. Time is subjective to you, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, folks. I have to sign off. But
Hey, no problem. Tom, welcome to the group, and you were awesome, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining.
thanks for the game. Thanks for the invite.
Yep, yep.
Good night,
Have a
everybody.
good one.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
How much is it to raise a power or rank?
It's usually I believe it's 100 times the number you're trying to raise it. I believe, or 1,000. I think. I don't know. I gotta look it up. I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know. Let me look at it right now for you. Hold on.
That is
It
double the number
is.
you trying to raise plus 1,000.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on. It is. Oh, wrong way. Okay, here we go. It is okay. So increasing an ability is 10 times the current rank of that ability. So raising it from 25 to 26 would cost you 26, 200 and basically times 10, which would be 260. And when you crest, which cresting is when you get to the next ability
The
rank,
next, yeah,
yeah, is 400.
that's 400. Okay.
That's for abilities like your fighting, agility, strength, endurance. Uh,
Oh
for
yeah.
for powers, the rank is 20 times the cost, and to crest is 500.
Okay. So it's 20 times the cost plus 500.
Yep, if you crest. And then
Okay.
talents cost you 2,000. If you have the student or have someone to teach you something which you could easily explain, it's 1,000.
What is it to gain a new power?
Okay, gaining a new power. Um, where is it? Where is it? Rational ability. Okay, power addition. Here we go. Power is 3,000. 3,000 plus 40 times the starting rank number.
Okay, but if that power only has a rank based off your ability,
Like you mean like a power stunt?
well, no, it means the power goes off of like multi attack. It goes off my fighting. The power of it is based off my fighting.
Then it would be off that rank.
Oh, so I had to buy up to monsters or something like that.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, damn.
Yes. Now power stunts are cheaper. I remember came up with the optional rule that a power stunt will only cost you 2,000. So so for 2,000, which is double the price as if you did it during the game. So the price of you doing it during the game is cheaper than actually just buying it outright. So you could buy a power stunt,
Gotcha.
which a power stunt will always be 2 ranks less than the power rank. Would cost you 2,000 karma.
There's some power stunts that's only one less.
What's that?
There's some power stunts that's just only one less.
Yeah, it depends what it is. It depends. Usually, if it's something
Because I
simple,
remember before, it's like because the Dark Force distant weapon is
yeah.
only -1 CS, so you reason that my touch would be at power rank because it's
See,
I'm
like
holding it in my hand, not
that's an
throwing it.
example. That's an example, but because you normally cannot buy power stunts, I'm saying 2 ranks less, and then from there
Okay.
you have to advance it normally. I think that's fair. So that's why I did that. So, so if you chose a power stunt, in other words, they didn't want to use it during game, and you just wanted to buy it for 2,000, you could have it at 2 ranks less.
All right.
That's the price you pay for
Oh,
being
okay. That's how it works. I got it.
yeah, for not wanting to role play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so multi-tech is another one for me.